What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing? Week 2 is in the books. This is going to be the recap show here. My co-host, Disco, has got traffic. He's running a little late. So I am going to hop into the games. What's up, DFS? I'm in World 5 and 4 with Mario. Bandit in the building. How we doing? I'm going to be running through my calls and stuff of the game by game here, starting with Thursday Night Football. Now, for this game, Josh Allen got a little bit ahead of himself here. I mean, they just ran away with this game. He only attempted 19 passes. Definitely didn't expect that. Tua Tagovailoa goes down. Major injury concerns with him. And James Cook looked amazing. And it's almost time where now we're thinking, do we sell Waddle and Hill here? Is Tyler Huntley signing going to be something good? It's all up in the air with that. I'm not 100% sure that I even want to try and move Tyreek Hill for the value that I'm going to get this so less. So I would probably hold in that situation. For James Cook, man, he looks like a top 5 running back. Devon Akane's value is going to go up even more now that the quarterback is out. He's going to see a lot more dump passes and a lot more work. And he looks like the RB1 and the league-winning value that I knew he would be. If I'm looking at Jalen Waddle here, so Jalen Waddle is probably the guy I would try and move from this game or from the Dolphins right now. I think I would still keep Tyreek Hill, even though the value is going to be shot. I don't think I like it, but man, if you guys have any questions in chat, fire away. And if you guys want to hop in, you're part of the community in like the last 30 minutes of the stream here, I will open it up. I can send you guys the stream link, whatever you want there. So let's go here. I think I'm on the wrong cam. Let's go here. So if I'm looking again at the Bills receiving work, it's crazy to say, but I think Khalil Shakir is becoming the wide receiver 1. I didn't think that would happen. I thought it would be Keon. Actually, I thought it was Curtis Samuel, but it may be Khalil Shakir over him. He's getting the work. And if I'm looking at the Dolphins now, Jonnu Smith gets some value, I guess, if I'm looking for value plays for the Dolphins, because he saw at least 6 targets in that game. And now you have a new quarterback who will probably look at the security blanket, and his snap share went up from 20% to 40%. So you got to like what you see there. I mean, I don't know if he's a startable tight end weekly still yet, but as his, knowledge of the playbook and stuff goes up, I firmly believe that he will be, I'm not gonna, with how the tight ends go, he could be a startable tight end. It's so terrible this year. It's crazy. So, and I took the Dolphins, or actually took the Bills 34-31 in this game, and then Rip talked me into taking the Dolphins for him, but the Dolphins got absolutely rolled. Heading down to the Saints game here, Alvin Kamara is still Alvin Kamara. Absolutely my number 1 target in fantasy football. Absolutely balling. The Saints offense looks amazing. I took Derek Carr as a smash start this week. He absolutely blew it up again. The Cowboys got rolled out of the building. And I mean, dude, look at Alvin Kamara's yardage here. He had 115 on the ground. He also had 65 in the air. He had 4 touchdowns. I mean, he could have, or 3 touchdowns. He could have had a 4-touchdown, 5-touchdown game if it wasn't a blowout. Now, Derek Carr on the waiver wire, I would think I would be looking at 30% to pick him up. I don't think he's going to stop anytime this season. I think this offense under Kubiak looks electric. Rashid Shaheed, another big game. I mean, this guy might be startable flex play weekly. Chris Olave with the bounce back. But again, none of these starters played in the fourth quarter, and none of the Saints starters played in week 1 in the second half. So they could have absolute bonkers numbers if they're ever out there for a full game. This offense looks electric, and I want every piece of it right now. On the Cowboys side, Dak Prescott, it looked rough, man. He threw 2 picks in the game. One was kind of tipped, so it wasn't his fault. I won't give him 2 picks. I'll give him 1. But the running game was absolutely stuffed. I mean, they can't run the ball for shit this year. You got Dowdle, you got Ezekiel Elliott. He had, I believe, like 30 yards. Let me pull it up here. 30 yards in this game. Thought I had the wrong game. And it's rough. I mean, Zeke for 16, Dowdle for 30. They did nothing. Deuce Vaughn saw carries. I want nothing to do with this Cowboys running back room heading into the season. CeeDee Lamb busted the 65-yarder, but he didn't do much after that. What's good, BDE? What's good, Bandit? Hop on in. I got you the link. If you want to get in, Bandit, too, I got the link for you, too, as well. Back to the Saints game here. I want every part of the Saints offense. The Cowboys running game, I want nothing to do with. Luke Shoemaker was an interesting. I threw him out there as a dart throw. He saw 6 targets, 6 receptions, 43 yards. He was a serviceable tight end with how bad tight ends are. Brandon Cooks, I liked for a spike week. That was definitely a miss. They missed on all fronts. Jalen Tolbert had a great game. He looked like he's emerging as the number 2. There we go. That's good, brother. and then, I mean, you got anything you want to touch up on the Cowboys Saints games here? Welcome in, Disco. What's good, brother?
No, but I don't know if you saw this. Sean McVay just said Cooper Kupp's expected to miss extended amount of time.
Yeah, I tweeted it. I'm fucked. All my drafters is done. I have 42% Cooper Kupp.
I'm pretty close.
It is not good. All good, Bennett. If you get it, if you get home or whatever, let me know. I got you. So fantasy football. I was going through the games. What did you think of week 2, Disco? Since you're in here, welcome in. What did you think? What are your thoughts? What are some talking points you want to hit?
I mean, it gave us a lot of clarity for advancing into week 3. It was very successful for the sport books. I was about like 1 prop away from hitting every fucking pick'em ticket, which was absolutely ridiculous. But the sports books was very, very beneficial. Out of 125 props that I bet on, props like game lines and whatnot, we went 90.4%, which is like 23% better than I've ever done in my entire life. So it was a really lucrative, great game for the sports books. Pick'ems, not so much. But yeah, man, there's a lot of clarity coming into week 3 now. We know which teams are, which one was like a week 1, outlier, whereas like, okay, where this team is really good at running the ball, but they come into the second week and it's like they're absolutely awful. So we have a lot of clarity. We have a lot of strategy moving into week 3, and I'm very excited for week 3. I've already started like breaking down a little bit of research there and looking at the schedule. So I think all in all, fantasy wise, it sucks because a lot of players who
the injuries, man.
Well, yeah, a lot of players who we depend on, they're injured, but a lot of players who we expected to spike didn't. Like right now, Wanya Morris, and I'm not talking about the singer from Boys to Men because that guy's absolutely spectacular. Wanya Morris, the backup left tackle, has more receiving touchdowns than Travis Kelce, Sam Laporta, and Jamar Chase combined, which is crazy. So it is what it is. But I'm very excited about all the clarity that we have moving forward. So I'm very excited about that.
I like that. As we're moving into the Saints game here, is this clarified now that the Saints are for real? This is for real now, right?
It's either the Saints are for real or the Cowboys are what I thought they were initially, where they're like just above average, but they're not, a really, really good team. I think Saints coming into week 3, they got a very tasty matchup. We'll see how the Eagles do tonight, but I think the Eagles is going to be the biggest test. And if they do what they did to Philadelphia, the same thing that they did to Carolina and Dallas, then the Saints are the real deal. I really appreciate the celebration of Derek Carr where he did the whole like Michael Jackson leg kick and then grabbed his crotch. I didn't think he had it in him. Good for him, man. Dude's a dog.
I mean, if I'm even looking at this right, and say you look at anything fantasy you want with the Saints, they haven't played 3 quarters of football, the starters, and their Carr is QB2, Kamara is wide receiver 1, Rashid Shaheed is like wide receiver 6.
You mean
they haven't even played RB1? Yeah. Isn't that just bonkers?
I just, once again, like we look at the Dallas situation, and we said it even yesterday, like maybe Cleveland's just really, really bad, or Dallas is really, really good. And I think we established that Cleveland's really, really bad. So where does that put Dallas, right? And once again, New Orleans had 2 favorable matchups. We even said, like we expect the Saints, one, to cover as dogs. Two, we expect, potentially the Saints to win because we think that the first performance that Dallas had was absolutely fraudulent. So we have a lot of clarity on the scenario and the situation. What Philly does tonight against Atlanta will also indicate what we can look forward to moving forward. But yeah, I like New Orleans. They've had a great start. Can't deny it, right? But it's just, it's tough.
Chandler, what's up, chat? What's up, Jerry? Chandler said, had Cup, CMC, and Pacheco. I'm going 0-14. Just uninstalled the app, dude. It's brutal. I have so much Cooper Cup, bro. You don't even want to know.
How much do you have of him in the 1,000,003?
Dude. Okay. I don't even want to look at it, bro. 46 shares.
In the 1,000,003?
Mm-hmm.
All right. In the 1,000,003, I have 31.
It's over, bro.
Yeah. In the Superflex, I have 4. In the Mini 2, I have 10. In the first Mini, I have 53.
Hang on, let me pull this up. Let's go. Drafters Mini. I have 5 of Cup. I didn't do a lot of the Mini though. I did a lot of the second Mini. Here we go. This one, I have. Oh no, so I only have 5 shares of him in the Mini and then 0 in the first one, and then the Superflex, I have 9.
Across all tournaments, I have 99 shares of Cooper Cup.
Yeah, it's terrible. Across all, let's go back to all, is 73. But you did way more drafts than me.
Yeah.
So I went heavy, and it really hurt.
Yeah,
really hurt.
I'm feeling it. Well, for what it's worth, I only have 3 lineups with him in the money currently.
Dude, Bengals in second. I saw that tweet, man. That's crazy.
Yep, by Zoom work.
He's got the running backs hitting early.
I mean, like, I think we learned something early on in the season right now. It looks like robust RB could be back based off of where the players are being drafted. But, we're also getting a lot of situations where there's injuries, people getting banged up. So, like, Ty Chandler is going to emerge. Jalen Wright's going to shortly emerge. There are a lot of players who have a lot of volatility and a lot of players who have clarity, especially in the back end of drafts. Like, if CEH does come back and overcome his
interesting, right?
He could be absolute smash. Justice Hill looks like he's more valuable now than ever, especially with Derrick Henry not looking so great in the first half. Second half, yeah, he found the end zone, but I mean, it's
Henry. I thought he would go for like 102. I think he went for like 83 and 1. I mean, he covered his props.
Yeah. I mean, he went over his props, that's for sure. But like, it's good that a lot of my Cooper Cup teams have Demarcus Robinson.
But Justice Hill still split the work with him.
Yep, Justice Hill still getting his touches, right? And I have way more Justice. So like, there's volatility with the Cooper Cup situation. Obviously, we didn't see Keenan Allen. Xavier Worthy didn't do much. Keon Coleman also didn't do much. Curtis Samuel is still recovering. Jahan Dotson might have an opportunity, especially with AJ Brown being out. So like, that's another situation. AJ Brown being out, I don't even want to look at my exposure here.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, it's only one game. It's looking like that's the good thing.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, my total shares is only 15, and that's all. That's not bad. And I only have 18 of Amon-Ra. He took a little injury too as well. So I mean, you just lost 3 stud wide receivers in 1 week, which is freaking crazy, bro. But let's move on here. Let's go to the Tampa Lions game here. And I thought the Lions, with the injuries to Tampa, that they would roll them out of the building, and it did not happen. And Jared Goff just does not look locked in like he was. I can't explain it. He threw the ball 55 times in this game. 307 yards and no touchdowns and 2 picks.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried about the Lions now. I thought the Lions were going to be a legit contender. I know it's only 1 game, but their schedule doesn't get easier.
Yeah, it's like, I've been saying this for a really long time. He had a very easy schedule last year, and that's why he got the bag. This year, it's looking really rough with a really tough schedule against really good competitive teams. I think the Bucs are the real deal, right? I don't think we can.
I mean, they had 2 starting linemen out, 2 starting defense players out, and they dominated.
Yeah.
And Rashad White and Bucky looked terrible.
There's a reason why I call him Jared Goffel and not Jared Goff. And there's a reason why I call Amari Cooper Amari Pooper and I'm not Amari Cooper. So yeah, it's a lot of things are coming together. A lot of injuries just really suck. And then, yeah.
It's crazy through 2 weeks. This is too much.
I would say maybe sell high on Mike Evans because
Godwin show is here.
It's the Godwin show and McMillan Evans getting involved. And then like Kate Otten is not worth a roster spot. Bucky Irving is very interesting moving forward, especially with the groin situation to Rashad White. If he's still available in your league, one, invite me into your league. Two, two, like you gotta really like pick him up, like just go all in on the fab because he's going to be a smash.
DBB bet says 2020, dude. We just had Disco has 90 something. I have 73 shares. He has 99, bro. Of Cup.
Yeah. But like, here's the thing with Pacheco situation. I only have 6 shares of Pacheco, and it's all in the 1,000,003.
Let's see how much I have. I have 9. That's good. But I wasn't drafting him high, so I wasn't too high on him. He runs too crazy for me. His injuries always too high.
I was very high on him for redraft, especially based off of where he was going. But I also didn't get him at all in redraft either.
I have him in our dynasty, and that I'm already crumbling. I know, 5 injuries.
I know. I feel bad for you, man. Your team is like
taking hits left and right.
Skeleton squad doesn't look good.
What would your other takeaways from this game be? Baker Mayfield is legit gamer.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, I don't deny that. I think Laporta, going back to the other side, Laporta needs to get more involved. I'm very curious about Amon-Ra St. Brown and the contusion he has.
Jamison Williams.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's doing good, but like I also like I was wrong about him because he put together 2 really good games. But we're seeing Amon-Ra St. Brown get a little bit more involved. And
Amon-Ra had 19 targets.
Yeah, like that once again another outlier game.
Right.
But
Jamos hit back-to-back double digits. I mean, he's getting the work. He's getting the third down looks. He's getting the red zone looks.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
And it looks great, but I'm still willing to bet that like the wheels will fall off sooner rather than later. I'm still not investing in him. I'm still not trading for him. And if I do have him anywhere, I would sell high. I would 100% sell high.
I am too still on that. I still agree.
Yeah, because like just based off of all the research, Sam Laporta is one of the best players in football, period. And he needs to get a little bit more involved. I'm curious as to how many targets Sam Laporta had.
3.
3 targets only.
3. He's gotten 3 and 2.
But I mean, like he was also going against a really excellent safety. Antoine Winfield Jr. is absolutely spectacular, even though Sam Laporta is like 2 feet taller. Antoine Winfield Jr. doesn't allow any sort of production to the tight end position. So yeah, I mean, like it's tough. I mean, especially with Dan Quinn as a former tight end himself, he needs to understand that, you need to get your tight end a little bit more involved and give Jared Goff his safety blanket back. That way he's not making risky throws anymore. They're trying to be the greatest show on turf, and that's not them. They need to go back to the old ways of being the grimy grunge team that like
they did not run the ball as much as I thought either.
Well, David Montgomery was absolutely terrible. He's lucky he fell into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs looked spectacular.
He did. He looked explosive.
Yeah,
he shot out of a cannon, bro.
And that once again, that's a tough run defense, right? But they were missing a lot of pieces. Jahmyr Gibbs took advantage of it. That's still one of the best offensive lines. I just need to see Sam Laporta a little bit more. I literally in my big league, my big Yahoo league, I just got an offer for Tony Pollard for Sam Laporta, and Evan Ingram just went down. I couldn't smash except fast enough. Like I love me Tony Pollard, but like, are you fucking kidding me? Like if you want to sell low, I will 100% buy low. I will 100% buy low, and we still haven't seen the ceiling for him. I think Travis Kelce's situation is starting to get scary.
I think he's done, even with the run game, even with Pacheco down. Well, I guess it's going to help him, but he looks slow. He looks slow off the blocks. He looks slow coming out, running routes, turning. He looks like old, man.
The amount of Clyde Edwards-Helaire exposure I have in best ball, and I don't know why I keep going back to this game, but the amount of Clyde Edwards-Helaire exposure I have in best ball, especially where I got him, if he comes back from, his PTSD situation from the pup, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like he's going to do that. But after week 4, if he does come back, like, I mean, Kareem Hunt is in the mix there, and he might vulture a few touchdowns, but like, we might see Mahomes start throwing a little bit more, and by a little bit, I mean a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, Steele is a viable option. I think Samaje Perine should be a little bit higher on people's lists for the waiver wire for targeting running backs there. But
I'm
I
a
mean,
little
like,
lower on him.
if Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes back, buddy, I'm winning a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I like that. You got him in the 20th round every time, right?
Pretty
I only
much,
have
man.
3 shares. So if no worries about the Tampa run game, no period. That's the only thing that scares me. They don't have any yardage in 2 games.
When you're missing what is it? 2 offensive tackles? Yeah, that tends to happen. Like, I'm not worried about Kyron Williams. I'm not worried about that Tampa running game either. And like, Rachaad White never really did it on the ground. He was
He
always
almost had 1,000 yards though last year.
Yeah, but like, as a receiving back, that's where he's truly valuable, right? That's where we really do love him, and that's where why we draft him so high. But Bucky Irving might be an absolute smash pay, and I wish I listened to Updog a little bit more and drafted more Bucky Irving, because with that groin injury, we're talking about like 2-3 weeks, and if say he does play, it's going to be at a very limited fashion. With how explosive Bucky Irving has looked, he's just got a different gear. So if he's available,
hitting the holes.
Yeah, if he's available, go get him, man. Because shit.
But the Rachaad update today was that he's not going to miss any time. He's fine. That's what they said.
He'll still miss significant amount of snap shares.
I think so. I agree.
Like, they're going to limit him and play it safe. They have to.
But man, they had 17 carries for 40 yards, and then in week 1, which is even worse, they just can't run the ball. That's the only thing I'm worried about with Bucky. Like, I'm not. Yeah, he looks electric. He looks great. And then week 1, they have 15 carries for Rachaad. Bucky had 9. That's 24, and they had 93 yards. So they're averaging like 2.5 yards a carry, which is rough. DBB Bets, what's up, my man? He says Neighbors feels nice. Dude, Neighbors looks so good, bro. Dude, if Danny Dimes could even hit him, he'd have had a bigger day, man. He was open everywhere. Disco Locks for tonight got a free slip all tail. We will get to that as soon as we run through the games. We will hop into the slips at the end. We went way too long on that one.
How'd you get a free slip?
I don't know. My lock is Bijan receiving, Barkley rushing. I think it's a Bijan Barkley game as well. But we'll get to the Monday night game after the recaps and what we hit and missed. Kyren, I'm extremely worried as well. DB Bets, he's in trouble. Cooper Kupp on the IR. Puka on the IR. Stafford's done. It's going to be fucking rough for the Rams, man.
I would like be remiss if I said that I know when the offensive line is going to be right and be healthy, but I have not paid. Like, time is so, like, there's not enough time to get enough research in. So I think that would be a priority, because if his offensive linemen are closer to healthy than not, Kyren Williams might be the best running back at the end of the year based off of the amount of work he's going to get.
Oh, it could be, but fuck, he has nowhere to go.
But
they could fall behind and just play Corum too, which looks what happened.
He's missing 4 offensive linemen. That's significant.
Yeah,
we might see him go into split back situation. I'm not no kidding. We might see him.
I'm super high on picking up Corum if he's on your wire too, just because of the Rams situation.
I don't disagree. I think that's a good assessment, but he's more of like a pick up and stash than a pick up and play week 3. Because week 3 they have.
Bandit, dude, I had so many cards with Cooper Kupp, bro. It's not even worth talking about. It's terrible.
Yep. I had so many DFS plays with Cooper Kupp too.
It's terrible, bro. All of them, all my DraftKings, everything smashed.
Yep.
One injury, man. That's what does it.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on here, you guys called it, bro. I got to give you this one. I missed this game big time. You said the Packers would win. You said Josh Jacobs would roll. He 100% rolled. They ran the ball like 55 freaking times, if I remember right. How many times?
He had what, 24 touches?
He had 32 carries, bro.
Yeah, 16.5 was an absolute gift. What a smash. Good work, Disco.
32 carries. The Colts fumbled this game away, though. Not putting Jonathan Taylor in on 3rd down was killer. They should have used him there. I mean, this Anthony Richardson, I'm almost out on. He can't pass the football. It looks terrible.
One guy was kind of out on. Like, I'm not going to, it's a weird matchup, right? But one guy was out on Anthony Richardson, and he's got a tough week 3 matchup. And yeah.
Oh, dude, he's in for the ringer, man. The Bears D is lit. They just locked up CJ Stroud.
Speaking of the Bears, man, I'm trying to buy low on DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams as much as humanly possible, because their schedule, until
nice.
their bye on week 7 is fucking tasty. It's absolutely tasty. It's super delicious. Like they got the Colts week 3 at 1 p.m. Like every DFS lineup should have Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, and one of the wide receivers there. DeAndre Swift is going to absolutely smash. So I'm trying to buy low as much as I humanly possibly can.
I think so as well.
And then week 4, they got.
Oh, their schedule's super nice coming up. I mean,
they got the LA Rams, another smash, right?
Right.
Week 5, I think they got
Carolina.
Yeah, and then week 6, they got Jacksonville. Jacksonville's tough. I would sell by week 6 after his week 5 performance because week 6, they got Jacksonville in London. And then week 7, they got their bye. So week 8, coming out of the bye, that's where things start getting a little bit shaky for the Bears.
I think your stream's cutting out a little bit here.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, after their bye in week 6, I mean, week 8, they got Washington. That's another great matchup.
Can I do a poll on StreamYard or no? How do I do a poll?
I have no idea.
Let's learn this while we're at it. Anybody know? Oh, here we go. Okay. I got that. I want to see the chats respond to this. Next,
like he's my number 1 buy low option. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
All right, week 9. Yeah, like Chicago might just. Then they got Arizona. It's another favorable run matchup. Week 9, week 10. I wish I just had their fucking schedule in front of me. Then they got the Patriots. So after week 10, it's tough.
It is. They have a very nice playoff schedule, though, right?
Remember? I don't know if they have a nice playoff schedule.
Detroit,
I mean, it was nice preseason. Then they got Green Bay, so that's a decent matchup, but it's not a plus matchup. I think Green Bay's going to get it together.
But you get the typical DeAndre Swift, same thing, goal line, vulture TD, Herbert. That's just why I don't want to buy him. That's the only reason.
And then Minnesota. Well, like, regardless, PPR format, he's going to get involved, especially in check down game, especially with these plus matchups. Like, he has a lot of plus matchups moving forward. And then Detroit. So,
would you rather have J.K. Dobbins the next 4 weeks or DeAndre Swift?
I don't know J.K. Dobbins' schedule.
Okay, let's go. He gets Pitt this week, which is rough. He gets Pitt, KC, Denver, Arizona.
Denver might be a plus matchup for him. It's not as plus as I thought it would be. KC is definitely not a plus matchup. And then Arizona is slightly plus.
It should have been for the Rams. It wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kyron still did all right, but like the Rams are also dealing with, 4 injuries on the offensive line. So it's yeah.
Let's catch up with chat here. I agree. Took Jacobs rush yards hit in the first quarter, dude. He smashed. Kyron getting stacked boxes with wide receivers. I agree, DBB. I think you're going to get me, DBB. I've had one of those weird fantasy starts with the 2 dynasties I'm in with Disco. It's just been 0-2, 0-2. Andre, how we doing? Welcome in, man. Hope you had a good week 1. Phonesy. God, I missed on Nico Collins, man. I'll eat that one. I'm done doubting the guy. He's him. He's a good receiver. He's the number 1. Even though Tank Dell missed a couple passes here, it's still Nico. I got to eat that one. Hunter 18, would you trade Laporta for JMO and pick up Hunter Henry? I like Hunter Henry's volume. I was super high on Hunter Henry all year. It finally kicked in. He saw 12 targets. I don't know if I'm trading Laporta though. That's tough. I don't think I would do that. What do you think, Disco? No, you trading Laporta for JMO and picking up Hunter Henry?
So you would give away Laporta? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
No. We're talking about somebody who's a potential 1 at his position, whereas JMO's like a potential like 25, 30 end of season.
Yeah, right now he's 5. Yeah, dude, Nico. I mean, I missed on that. We missed on that Bandit by a mile. I mean, Jesus. I gotta say, he's him, bro. That's crazy. He looked good. He's running his route smooth. He beats man coverage. He's looking good. Anything else on the Packers Colts game you want to touch on? The wide receivers were terrible. Willis was terrible. We predicted that. It was all Josh Jacobs. I mean, dude, Christian Watson had 0. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. But like it was also expected. Jaden Reed, borderline disappeared. Week 3, it's a tough matchup for Green Bay against Tennessee. That's a very negative matchup. I don't like anybody there. And then Colts have the Bears. It's another rough
I think you're
matchup.
going to see Joe Flacco here, man.
I don't think it's going to go that far, but
He might, dude. He looks so bad passing, dude. I was so high on Anthony Richardson, but he can't throw the ball.
Steichen just did a terrible job calling the offense, right? They stacked the box. He tried to throw the ball. I'd be like, the glue that keeps this offense together is Josh Downs, and Josh Downs isn't there yet, right?
Right.
We did smash that Adonai Mitchell receiving yards. It was a great call. His only catch was for 30 yards. We had it for over 13 and a half. We smashed Anthony Richardson's
longest run.
Right at the end there, and he had 25. It was 13.5. It was just very weird. Like, you need to with that offense, you need to get 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust with Jonathan Taylor. You brought him there for a reason. You paid him money for a reason. Get your 3-4 yards, because you got to keep that defense off the field. You're going to be constantly playing from behind.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's true. But, I mean, just look at this. So if I'm showing you this, I see Adonai Mitchell, 4 targets, 1 catch, 3 misses. Michael Pittman, 7 targets, 3 catches, 4 misses. I mean, his accuracy. Alex Pierce got 5. Alex Pierce is probably his guy, which is crazy.
Because Alex Pierce is playing that Josh Downs role.
Mm-hmm. And then Downs comes back.
Like
maybe this week, hopefully.
We know for a fact Josh Downs is his guy. He was supposed to play this week, but like they held him out for 1 more week. So he should be all go, but like it's still a tough matchup.
Yeah, because he's injured too, and I don't even like the play. Like, you're not going to start Josh Downs.
The matchup is like catastrophic, but Josh Downs is an outlier. When he plays, he's kind of like, I wouldn't say matchup proof, but he's the forgotten guy. You don't want to forget him. And then week 4, they got the Steelers.
Oh, they're in trouble, bro.
Yeah, week 5, who do the Colts have? Jags. I mean, it's a little bit better for them week 5, but like it's still not a great matchup.
What's up, No Cap Mac? Trying to tell you, Nico. Yeah, I thought Jalen Johnson would play him better. He destroyed, bro. I mean, I gotta take that one to the face. That was my number 1 bold sit, and Nico Collins just absolutely ripped it up. I mean, 100 yards again. He's leading the NFL in receiving yards. It's crazy. Laporta worries me. Targets over there. That was my number 1 problem coming into this season too. DBB was, I think that Laporta is going to be way overvalued in drafts. I hope he gets a little game back here, because he hasn't been targeted for his shit. It is the JMO Amon Ra show. AMG, how we doing? Welcome in. How'd the matchup go, bro? Jen, what's going on? Long time no see. How we doing? So we are going to move on from the Packers game. Covered that one. We covered the Bills, Saints, Bucks, Packers, Jets, Titans. And man, I want you to take this one, because Braylon Allen, your boy, looked like a beast.
I told people, like, Braylon Allen was going to get involved. Like, you don't bring in a very talented young beast of a human with the draft capital that you spent and expect not to use him. He was my number 1 running back coming into this draft, and a lot of people were like, "Oh no, he looks like Tarzan, runs like Jane." Like, there's nothing Janish about him. This guy is a man child, and he got freaking like the nod of approval from Derrick Henry himself. I do think Braylon Allen will eventually replace Breece Hall, and we're going to see a CJ2K and Derrick Henry situation. Like, it's absolutely incredible. What's up, Knifey? I see Knifey in the chat. That's my guy. Hey man, your Quentin Johnston call, you're looking like an absolute stud and genius with that Quentin Johnston call, brother. I love that call, and I love that I invested in it. Shout out to Knifey Spoonie. That's my dog. That's my
What's up, Knifey? Yeah, Quentin Johnson with 2 touchdowns. We'll get to that, though.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. But Tony Pollard also proved that he's matchup proof, and he is absolutely who we thought he was. We saw that Will Levis is still absolutely stupid. Calvin Ridley was borderline useless, but like he had that one miraculous play. It doesn't look much better in terms of matchups for Tennessee this upcoming week.
Calvin Ridley's catch though, bro, was nice.
It was one of the best catches we've Tennessee's got a tremendous matchup, and so does Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is like up there as a top 5, top 10 running back coming into week 3. They got Green Bay. But the passing game, once again, I think what we saw in Brazil between Green Bay and between Philly, and I know I'm going off script a little bit here. I think what we saw there was just really bad fields, not really bad defenses. I think if we're saying that we're smashing the overs on Drake London tonight and Bijan Robinson, we need to probably reconsider because I don't think it's going to be super easy.
I agree. No Cap says Laporta will have his games. He'll be more inconsistent as long as JMO keeps for it. I agree. JMO looks really good. Jen, doing good. Been busy. How you been? Been amazing. The wife is doing better. Say hi to the fam for me, Jen. I've missed you guys. I haven't been streaming and gaming in a minute, man. Knifey Spoonie in the building. How we doing? Carlos Gatson, welcome in. He says, what 2 players would be reasonable for a CD Lamb trade? I'm not trading CD unless I'm getting Achane and Kamara.
Unless you get an RB1 and a wide receiver one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, RB1, wide receiver one.
It doesn't make sense.
He says, the Titans coach comments on Levis just handing the ball to the defense 2 weeks in a row are my favorite thing. It's terrible. The Titans are hard to watch, man. Whittington or Johnson or Naylor for a pickup. Just lost Cup and CMC. Dude, Demarcus Robinson is the guy I'd be targeting. If not, Whittington or Tutu Atwell got work. He looks like he's got a better rapport with Stafford as well. But I don't like any of it. I mean, it's a shot in the dark with all 3 pretty much. I think Demarcus Robinson's the only safe one. What do you think there? Any Rams receivers you like picking up besides Demarcus?
I think it's just Demarcus Robinson. I mean, I will say Whittington, he's got some bunny. He's got a little bit of spice to him. I do like him. I do like him a lot.
Any thoughts on Michael Thomas to the Rams?
I mean, shit, that would be a terrible pickup for the Rams.
They're running low.
I don't disagree with you whatsoever.
I have learned there are a lot more smashes on unders in the pick 'em lobby than it is. It's been a lot. That was an under week besides pretty much the Giants Commanders game. That was one I hit a lot on that game. Always family doing great. Chris just started a new job. Congrats, Chris. Tell him I said congrats, Jen. Amon, I cooked my matchup though. Nice, you did. I like that. Glad to hear the family's doing better. Makes you happy to hear it. Thank you. Tyler Johnson. Everyone tried to pump up Tyler Johnson to me last week, though, dude. What happened? He did nothing. A guy that comes in and gets a 70-yard catch in game 1 with no chemistry at all and just gets a lucky run after the catch. I'd rather have the guy that Stafford trusts, and it's going to be Demarcus Robinson and Tutu for me. But I do like Witt. He's interesting. But I'm not spending high fab on him or anything. Don't go crazy.
All right, I got my pick 'em in.
For tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to go over that first, or let me finish up the Jets game here.
Keep going.
So with the Braylon thing, I don't think Braylon's ever taking Brees's job within the next 2 years. I'll go against that. He's too good. He got injured. Braylon came in. He balled out. I knew Garrett Wilson would struggle versus Snead. He still looked kind of good. Still had 57 yards. Nothing special, but he was locked up, bro. I mean, this was a big win, though, for the Jets. They lost a lot of players on defense. They had 2 major injuries. Hopefully they get what's his name back, the linebacker, CJ Mosley this week. He went down hard, and they lost what's his name for the season.
You know what's concerning? Garrett Wilson's not matchup proof, and Mike Williams, when he's healthy, might be a great fantasy football play. If he's available in any league, you should pick him up. He is an explosive, big play threat. Garrett Wilson's not that anymore. I don't think he ever was really. He's not matchup proof. He's not playing Devontae Adams type football.
He's had 2 tough draws though. I mean,
he's had a really, really tough draw, really tough schedule. I'd be curious to see what the rest of his schedule looks like because
he gets the Patriots and then he gets Surtain.
Yeah, I mean,
so he gets Gonzalez and Surtain. He's got an absolutely brutal matchup.
But Christian Gonzalez got absolutely
toasted.
Abused.
Yeah,
he got absolutely abused. DK Metcalf, he's matchup proof unless it's Surtain.
DK was beasting, bro. He did him and Jay Season's targets were crazy, but we'll get to that game.
And then he has Minnesota week 5, and Minnesota's they're fucking wild, man. That was a great call. That was a great call, Disco. Good work, Disco. Big Draft Energy on YouTube. Make sure you smash the sub. Big Draft HQ on Twitter.
His link is in the description, guys. Make sure you go smash that sub on BDE. That was a good call. But Mason crushed it. I mean, he's him. But the Niners look bad, but we'll get to that. I would say a takeaway from this game, another one I have would be Mason Rudolph is getting close here. because I can't watch Will Levis play football anymore. It's terrible.
Here's the thing: it's not a talent situation, and I think every week moving forward, his rushing yards
should go up.
Like his rushing yards, like we need to smash it every week because it's free money. Like it really is.
He had 30 or 40 this game, right?
Yeah, and his prop was 12 and a half.
He had 38. Yeah.
His prop was 12 and a half. That's literally free money. I think like his issue is not necessarily. Yeah, the schedule for Garrett Wilson's tragic.
It's tragic.
Maybe good down the stretch, like for a playoff push, but like he's borderline sittable until week 8. But yeah, like I think the talent's there. I think the ability's there. I think they need to involve the run a little bit more. They definitely need to run a little bit more. But like his mistakes, his errors are not defenses making plays. It's him being a dumbass, a complete bonehead.
Dude, it's terrible. It was like watching Caleb Williams under pressure last night, man. It's just terrible. He's just chucking up balls.
Absolutely.
Will Levis looked the same way. Okay. I took the Jets to cover that game, though. That was lucky. I didn't like that at all. We got to talk about my freaking 49ers, but let's catch up with chat here. DFS pick says Hurts under 20.5 is a lock. What do you think? I don't know. I think they're going to pass more.
20.5 completions. I'm not touching that. I don't think it's a lock either way. I think it's a very ugly prop. But like, can I mention something, guys? There's 26 people viewing. Congratulations, Sleaze. You're killing the game. But there's only 9 locks, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, please smash a like. It really helps, YouTube content creators get picked up in the algorithm. Sleazeball's doing God's work. We are literally giving free money away on the daily when we do these streams together. Least you could do, it costs you nothing. Smash a like. Make sure you're subscribed. It costs you nothing. All right, guys. Be kind and like the fucking video. I'm kidding. Please like the video. Smash a like, please.
Thank you. Knifey says this man is way less humble on other people's channels. Vikings over Niners. He called it, bro. He absolutely called it.
I also called Kittle tight end 1.
Yep, called that as well. Under 25 completions. I don't know if I like that one. I think Disco was on the same. I don't think it's a lock. I think it's close.
No, I don't like
Bryce Young was benched for the Red Rocket by week 3, dude. Now, actually, let's just talk about the Panthers. Let's just skip over because I like this question.
I got the Panthers game in my fucking eye.
So, let me tell you what I think here. If you have a chance to go buy Deontay Johnson low right now, go buy him low because Andy Dalton is going to open up this offense way differently than Bryce Young has. And if I go show you, like, say, I was doing research this morning, right? And I was like, all right, let me see Andy Dalton's last couple of times he was a starter, right? Hang on, I lost it. Andy Dalton. I gotta go like all the way down for this guy. All right. So in 2023, he played 1 game. He threw for 361 yards, and this is without Dave Canales, right? So 361 yards. He had 25 fantasy points. He had 58 attempts and 34 completions. Now, when I'm looking at them the rest of the way here, how many times are the Panthers ever going to be ahead, right? None. How many times is he going to be throwing the ball? A ton. This is like one of my favorite buy lows that I'm going to tweet out later in the week is going to be Deontay Johnson because now he's going to get used right. He's going to get fed right. You'll probably see a little Thielen. You'll probably see a little Leggett too. I don't even know if Leggett played in that game, to be honest, but I'm very interested to see what this offense looks like with a quarterback that knows what it's doing. I know you missed that, but I was saying I think Deontay Johnson's one of my favorite buy lows now with Andy Dalton. I think the Red Rocket's going to make it rain with passes all over the place.
Red Rocket, like what a dog gets when they're excited?
Andy Dalton.
Red Rocket?
Yeah, the Red Rocket.
Is that what they call him?
That's his nickname, yeah. So look, last year, game.
Red Rocket's what your dog gets when it's erect.
25 points, 58 pass attempts his last game with the Panthers, right? 1 game last year when he was out. He had 361 yards.
Yeah, but that was a different scheme.
I know. Now you got Canales. It should be better. If I look the year before, he had 5 games over 20 points and 1 game over 30 points in a 12-game span.
Exactly, AMG, you got the nickname. But hey, man, keep calling, guys.
Oh, Red Rifle. Sorry, Red Rocket, Red Rifle, same shit.
Guys, clip it.
Clip it, clip it, clip it. But I'm
mean,
telling you,
he
this
kinda does look
offense
like
is
a
going to be
dog.
opened up. I'm
He kind
telling
of
you.
does look like a dog's erection for what it's worth, but
Josh Reynolds, Alex Pierce, I don't really trust. I mean, Alex Pierce looks like he's got the touchdowns. Hot take. I mean, it's still a risky start. Never starting Alex Pierce with confidence. Bandit says, always been a big fan of them. Bro, Bryce is dust. I think he's on his way out as well. What about if the Miami Dolphins are looking for Bryce Young?
I doubt that.
There?
I highly doubt that. I don't think they're going to. Like, here's the thing. They're not benching Bryce Young for the sake of, like, because he's completely done. It's because they rushed him into, performing because they spent the draft capital and traded away. Like, the right thing to do with Bryce Young is let him sit, let him watch, let him learn. He shouldn't have been rushed in. He should not have, like, what the Patriots are doing really pisses me off, but it's the right thing with Drake May.
To save Drake May, yeah.
Well, not necessarily to save Drake May, but to get him to learn how to be a pro. Bryce Young never learned how to be a pro. He went into the worst situation in football. He's still a very good football player on a very bad football team. He needs to learn how to be a better professional and battle football player because, like, he hasn't gotten that. And, like, he's going to learn a lot from Sam Darnold, from the Red Rocket.
Red Rocket, my bad. Red Rocket.
Yeah,
I like that better than Red Rifle anyways.
I mean, hey, man, I'm fucking with it. Let's do it. But, yeah, like, he's going to learn a lot from like, an absolute pro. And it should be good for his career. It doesn't look good, but, like, big picture, this is the best thing that can happen for Bryce Young. Absolutely. Especially having, like, a great leader like the Red Rocket.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking all his props over in the first week. Passing, yards, everything. I'm calling it right now. And Deontay Johnson has a big game.
I'm not as bullish on that as you, but I will say the volume should be there, especially since they're going to be playing from behind.
Oh, man, just watch this, bro. I was looking at the research. So he threw 55 pass attempts his last game as a Panther. Okay. Every game before that, he's only been under 30. He had 47, 30, 39, 37, 25, 29, 28, then 17, 15, 22, but they got blown out.
All I know is Zamir White to the fucking moon. Week 3, buddy. To the fucking moon, pal. If it's Alexander Madison, I'm retiring. I'm officially done.
Red Rocket.
Yeah, Red Rocket.
What's up, AMG? Andre, how do we feel about Jamar Chase? Man, if he doesn't fucking explode against the Commanders' worst secondary this week with 20 points, I'm going to be pissed that I spent a lot of draft capital trading for him in the offseason, man.
That was a great tweet, Disco. Thanks, Sleaze. Yeah, man. Just play him, start him. This is the breakout game that we've been looking for and praying for. He's got a spectacular matchup. And then let's just look at are you able to pull up the Bengals schedule moving forward so we could just project what he's got? Because week 4,
just look at
week 4 is even better. Week 4 is even better.
Carolina,
Baltimore,
New York, Cleveland, Philly. That's nice. Baltimore's weak. It's coming.
It has to, right? Like he's
coming.
I will say, like, the only thing that concerns me about Jamar Chase right now is, like, he doesn't seem like he's being a professional.
Dude, when he got that, what was it, like, first down pass, or he was short, he looked like he didn't even care.
Yeah, like, I mean, when the ball's in his hand, it looks great. Eric All, very, very bullish. Great call on Mike Gesicki. I still don't want to believe it, but, like, they don't really have other options. Yoshavash, the week we didn't need him, did everything. It's but, like, this needs to be the Jamar Chase breakout game for the rest of the season, or I'm losing a lot of fucking money on drafters.
Oh, dude, I have a ton of chasing Cup. I think I'm already done if Chase doesn't pop off. I mean,
man, I like
Chase too.
Since the Super Bowl, I've been preaching
Chase over everything.
So 2024, Jamar Chase, no matter what.
Yeah,
it's not Chase over everything. Like, people keep saying Chase over. It's Jamar Chase, no matter what. Get the reference, man. It's from the movie Draft Day. It's one of the best football movies ever. If you haven't watched Draft Day, fix your life. Not you.
It is a good movie.
It's a fucking great movie.
Knifey says Chase seems unhappy after watching bro throw the tight ends and not getting his. Dude, he does. It looks really bad.
I have Amon-Ra St. Brown with your name written all over it in our Dynasty League, Knifey. I'm willing to trade him for Jamar Chase, no matter what.
Oh, send it to me. Elliott or Koo tonight? Man, I mean,
both.
I think I like both. I think it's gonna be a grunge game. I think it's gonna be closer than people think. I think it's gonna be a deep. Like, people underestimate the Falcons' defense. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I got Kelson Pacheco. Am I cooked? Kind of. I mean, you can't trade Pacheco now. He has absolutely no value. If you have a waiver play, you got to go spend it on Carson Steele or Kareem Hunt. I mean, you could go for P. Ryan, but you never know how it's going to work out. So, I mean, I don't know how much fab you'd want to use. I mean, Anthony, dude, he's going to get 20 plus touches versus Carolina. He better get fed 25 touches versus Carolina. Knifey says, likely both. The new kickoff rules are kicker friendly. Smashing overs on early season kicker props is making me a ton of money just to avoid Gano. Dude, it is. And Kai Fairbairn is ridiculous. Guy just broke an NFL record for 6 50-yard field goals in 2 games. He doesn't miss. He's outscored Patrick Mahomes and CJ Stroud by himself as a kicker. It's ridiculous. Anything else you want to touch on in the Panthers game? It's not much to talk about, but J.K. Dobbins looks amazing. Gus still got the work, and he looks sluggish and slow. I mean, he's still going to be the plotter, but I mean, Justin Herbert got rolled up with another injury at the end of the game. Quentin Johnston, I'll let you have a Quentin Johnston moment right here. You said he might have a big game here, and he did.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was just a good matchup for him. It was a great matchup for him. Do I like him or that? Like, let's look at the passing number for Justin Herbert. It's very discouraging for his receiving weapons. It's tough to project when they're going to break out.
I told you that before the game.
You know, you 100%, you 100% did, but it was such a good matchup, positive matchup that, like, you didn't need volume or yardage to succeed because the touchdown equity was there. We can't project that for the rest of the season moving forward, especially in the division that they play in. We know they're going to get a bunch of tough matchups, and they're probably going to need to rely on the ball a little bit more. They're not just going to walk over every team that they place. They have had it's worked against the Raiders, who are the real deal. But they haven't established a run just yet, right? And once again, like Carolina, that's free money. That's literally free money.
And here's what's funny, not to like throw shade or anything, or like in pro football, whatever you want to say about matchups. Was it NFL DFS dropping great stats, amazing on stream? I want him part of every show possible.
Yeah,
but he was like the best matchup is Zamir White versus the Ravens. This is the best plus matchup of the week, and it just nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had 7 fantasy points, so that's improvement. Like, as long as he keeps improving on his weekly matchups, I'm optimistic that after week 6 he's going to smash. He had 5.3 points week 1. He had 7 point. He had 7.1 points week 2. He's going to have 71 points against the Carolina Panthers week 3. But yeah, once again, Zamir White after week 6 is going to be a league winner. Everything that I see there is absolutely spectacular. Obviously, it's not the game we're talking about. But as for, Justin Herbert, his receiving threats, you got to look at the schedule and you got to be like, okay, well, is there favorable big play options like in the defenses that they're going against? And if we're just looking, their next matchup.
Well, they played 2 games where they've controlled the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Pittsburgh's going to be the same thing.
That's going to be their formula. But look at their next matchup. It's against Pittsburgh. You're not going to control the clock by running the ball over Pittsburgh. It doesn't work. Like it's like Denver did a decent job, but they're doing exactly what we said that the entire division is going to do is
run the ball.
Try to run the ball and try to control the clock. Then they got Kansas City. That's another, rough
They're going to have to pass in that game. There's no question.
So I'm not wasting or spending any fab on Quentin Johnston. And for the next couple of weeks, Ladd McConkey's even a sit for me. And then we look at week 6. Who do they have week 6? Do they have
they have a bye week 5, which is huge. They need that to get Herbert right. And then they get Denver, Arizona. Then they get a smash run, all run. You're going to see Dobbins and Gus besides New Orleans, Cleveland.
So back to the Quentin Johnston. I do feel like PS2 is gonna shadow Ladd McConkey more than Quentin Johnston, but it's tough to project his floor because there is no floor. It's
right,
all
you don't have one.
It's all ceiling with him, and unfortunately with guys like Sam Laporta, that's what it looks like too. It's all ceiling with them. And then they got Arizona. That's a decent matchup, but we're talking about week 7. So if you have a deeper bench, stash him. But is he playable until they're bye? I don't think so. He's got tough sledding. It's really tough schedule for them, and that's how you need to view your fantasy football. Not talking to you, talking to the audience. That's how you need to view your fantasy football situation. You got to look at matchups. You got to look at options. You got to look at the big picture and not necessarily just the bottom line on what they did last week. Because if you look at the bottom line on what players did last season, they're not doing the same thing. It's not. Some players are repeating, but some players are not doing the same thing. And Yeah, it's I would not spend any sort of money on if he's free, great stash, but do not spend any fab on him this week.
I would say 1 to 5% because what if he doubles up and keeps the consistency going like JMO? What if it hits? I'd spend 1 to 5.
JMO had a plus matchup.
Right. I know. I'm
So,
just saying.
so it was in the realm of possibilities. Can we say that Quentin Johnson has a plus matchup until week 7? Like he's even going to struggle against the bye for some reason.
I like that. I mean, I don't like it, but what if he breaks out for a cheap price? I'm willing to take that gamble. I am willing to take the gamble at a low price, not for like 0. I'm not saying just avoid it.
Okay, perfect situation. Okay, let's go into my Disco Domus like future calling the future ball. Okay, say one of your dumbass league mates goes ahead and puts a lot of fab on Quentin Johnson, and we know that he's going to have a negative outing for the next so many weeks. Somebody's going to drop him. Right? They're going to spend all the fab just to fucking drop him. That's where you swoop in and you pick him up for free. Because we established he's even going to struggle against the fucking bye week. Right? So, like, we need to make sure that, like, we look at the big picture. He is worth a pickup, but is he worth your fab? No. If you have number 1 waiver wire claim, he shouldn't be your number 1 waiver wire claim.
Oh, no, definitely not. I'm talking like 1 to 2% fab. That's it. $1, $2. That's all it's
you're not going to get him with that.
Well, I mean, a lot of people aren't going to pick him up, really. I mean, some people, if you play in a competitive league that's smart, they're not going to be dumb. But if you play in like a community league,
I think we'll see him go from what's his current ownership in on Sleeper? Let me pull that up.
16%.
Okay, I think we're going to see it go up to 85%.
Oh no, that's impossible. It never jumps that high, like 40 maybe.
Okay. I'm willing to bet, but we'll see it. We'll see it.
I'll take it. Put $5, little small handshake bet.
How much money have I put in your pocket the last few days or last
a
2
ton.
weeks? A ton. And you want to take my money? You want to take $5? You want to take $5? How many memberships have I donated to? And you want to take my $5? How about a friendly bet?
That's fine. Friendly bet. So if I had to touch on one more thing here for the Panthers game, I would say that I'm very nervous about Jonathan Brooks this season. That's one thing that I'm looking at. Like, man, if I drafted him for like maybe a keeper play, yeah. But are you even going to see Jonathan Brooks? Are we going to even let him loose? Like the Panthers might be done. That's something that I'm worried about. You think we're going to see Jonathan Brooks at all at full capacity this season?
I hope not, because Miles Sanders is getting more touches.
The best ball. He's hoping for the best ball hit.
100%. I still think like Jonathan Brooks it's going to be tough for everybody there. The offensive line has improved, but how much have they improved, right? The defenses don't have to play that offense, honestly. We'll see what the Red Rocket does.
The Red Rocket, baby. Get ready for 50 pass attempts. Oh, I got to pay Jack too. God damn it. All right, guys. So if you're new in here, smash the subscription, smash the like button. All the help is appreciated here. We're going to hop into the chat questions here. We got No Cap says PS2 won't shadow Lad if he plays the slot. I think so. I think he travels.
I don't have the snap share projections, but I mean, like, I don't think DK or Pickens played much in the slot. So, I mean, theoretically, if Lad's the best threat, they're going to put their best player on him. But I could be wrong.
I think he would follow Lad, in my opinion, but that's tough to tell
he
now.
Should.
What's up, Quinn? How we doing? Welcome in, man. New in here. Trade Burrow, Najee, and Amari. Jesus, that's a load. Trade Burrow, Najee, and Amari for Mahomes, Jordan Mason, and Christian Kirk.
No,
I would not either. I would not. He said Amari's on his bench, though. Trade Burrow, Najee, and Amari. So you're pretty much trading Burrow and Najee for Mahomes, Jordan Mason, and Kirk. Do you have CMC? Is that why you're asking? If I have CMC, I'm doing that trade. If I don't, I'm not.
I mean, I think Najee's only ramping up. Like, it's a slow ramp up, but he's only ramping up. The touches and volume are there. When it gets colder, backs like that will start getting the touchdown equity, and that's where he's going to be an absolute smash. And he's got a very favorable playoff situation down the stretch in your fantasy football league playoffs. I like Najee.
Baltimore is rough. I mean,
Baltimore rough?
Philly. Yeah, it's got it, dude. It's rough down the stretch.
If we look at so name the teams.
Cleveland, Cincy, Cleveland, Philly, Baltimore, Chiefs.
Yeah,
Cleveland twice is rough.
I don't think Cleveland's tough though. I mean, we even saw fucking you got to factor in the kind of matchups that Cleveland's played, and you also got to factor in that teams that run the ball a lot less than Pittsburgh under Arthur Smith pounded the ball into the end zone. So we know that Najee should, based off of his utilization that we saw in the first 2 weeks, should also be the back that finds the end zone in those two matchups. Pair that with the volume that he's getting and the touches that he's getting, it's easy. It's easy money. Not Najee. You have to pick up Najee. I'm not letting him go. Najee's so valuable.
Okay. Cleveland Browns are averaging 114 rush yards per game. That's 10th. And the Baltimore Ravens are allowing 49 yards. And those are 4 of the games that Najee plays at the end.
But how many touchdowns did both teams allow to running backs?
I don't think the Browns have allowed any.
The Browns allowed a touchdown to Travis Etienne, rushing touchdown. The Browns also allowed
a garbage time to Zeke. Yeah.
Well,
that counts. It counts.
You cannot take away from the fact that the stats are the stats, no matter when it happens.
Yeah. That's fine. I give that. And Etienne scored at the end too, as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, they did. I mean, they gave him a 20-yard rush. Yeah. I don't like running against them. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He says, would you sell Neighbors high after that monstrous game? No. I would keep Neighbors in MHJ. Dude, Maserati Marv looked amazing. He's finally back. It was crazy.
Good thing about
Debo is out. Oh, no. Calf strain for Debo right now? You're lying.
Yeah, just fucking the amount of teams I have Jamar Chase, Debo Samuel, and Cooper Kupp is
49ers. Debo's going to miss a couple weeks with a calf strain.
Tragic. Absolutely.
To the moon.
I mean, robust RB is the fucking move in best ball. I am so stupid for not.
Unbelievable, right? All the wide receivers are hurt.
Man, it's crazy what's going on.
I'm gonna look at my Debo exposure right now.
Yeah, I'll do that too. But going back,
shares in the 1,000,003. Fuck me, bro.
Going back to Maserati Marv and Malik Neighbors, we both know that Malik Neighbors is going to play Washington again, so that's another fucking 20-25 points a week there, and we know that Maserati Marv is also going to play the Rams again, so we can.
Dude, he had 30 points in a minute.
It was crazy.
Fucking crazy, bro. I was like, holy shit, here is Marv, and he just broke his dad's record, by the way, too. That was tight by 1 yard.
Yeah, I heard that on Rip's.
Yeah, I got that from Rip this morning. So Carlos says Rashee Rice and Amon Ra for CeeDee Lamb. If you get an update, so what you do is you keep that trade in your trade accept block right there, and you wait for this Amon Ra update, because if Amon Ra is out 1 to 3 weeks here, and you have a lot of wide receiver depth, I would take that. I mean, it just depends on what your roster is as well, though.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not doing it.
Drop Christian Watson for Shaheed. Yeah, fuck. Yes. Shaheed is all over the place, man. He looks like an actual weapon. Him and Jameson Williams, maybe startable. I missed on that one. Do I trade for Ayuk then? Yeah. Ayuk is probably going to be a buy candidate right now, but who's going to sell him when Debo's hurt? That you're going to have to pay the premium, even though he's been playing like shit. So I don't know if I like that yet.
All right, what's your Debo exposure?
20 in the 1,000,003.
I got 14 shares. I got 14 in the 1,000,003, 4 in the Superflex, 11 in the second mini, 26 in the first mini, and then 3 in the early.
Yeah, I have a lot. I'm glad you brought that up, Dustin. Welcome in, guys. If you are new in here, smash that subscription, smash that like. All the support is appreciated. We do shows weekly on my show and his show for helping you guys with everything fantasy football. And I just talked about this topic. Deontay Johnson is going to be one of my buy low candidates this week. I will tweet it out later, and I'll put a whole information thing on it. I think the Red Rocket, not the Red Rifle, is going to open up this offense.
For what it's worth, sir, I have him in our Dynasty League. Please buy low.
I'm coming. I like it.
All right, please buy low.
My Dynasty team is done. T should be back this week, it looks like, hopefully, from the updates. But, they gave you 5 freaking extra picks in the first 5 rounds, so your team's got to have enough depth, bro. Debo is out a couple weeks. Updated, Jerry. It just gets worse for the 49ers, man. It's fucking.
This team in particular, like I'm looking at these teams and it's just absolutely tragic. I have Tyreek Hill, Debo, and T. Higgins as my first 3 wide receiver. Fuck my life.
Yeah, rough.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the Seahawks Patriots game. Anything you want to touch on here besides Jay season going off?
DK Metcalf is matchup proof unless he goes against
Surtain.
Denver, and that's not going to happen for at least another 4 years. So yeah, DK Metcalf is an absolute smash every single week.
Oh, dude, their offense looks like they're about to open up. It's just that Geno can become Geno. Like, fuck. Sometimes he looks bad. Sometimes he looks good.
I mean, the week 3 matchup is very interesting as well because
you Patriots.
No. That was the week 2 matchup. The week 3 they got Miami, so I think we might see a Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker week there
because the QB situation.
Yeah. What an interesting, like, that's a tough one to project, but like
Tyler Huntley.
I mean, like, do I like Tyler Huntley more than the current dude that they have? No.
Skylar Thompson's terrible.
Skylar Thompson's rushing yards is free though. That's free money for sure. That kid can run. And Skylar Thompson did relatively well in the one playoff matchup we saw him play against Buffalo. So I'm not necessarily writing him off or writing off the Dolphins just yet. I think he can. I like Skylar Thompson. Huntley is. I'm not going to say he's a dumb quarterback, but he's not known as a smart quarterback. So picking up a scheme like that and starting and plugging right away, especially when Tua says he doesn't plan on retiring anytime soon, I don't think Huntley's going to.
I think Tua will be back sooner than we think.
Yeah, for sure. And in the meantime,
he needs to put a goddamn cap on, bro.
Yeah, fuck. Well, in the meantime, like, it's going to be Skylar Thompson because, like, I don't think Huntley can learn the offense that fast. That's a very intricate offense.
I agree. Let's catch up with chat here. Kittle to the moon. I agree. And Ayuk's value goes up a ton, and Jordan Mason just becomes a god. You just buy this guy now everywhere because you don't even know what's going to happen with CMC. I don't know if I'm selling Deontay to whoever thinks that Dalton is going to solve the Panthers' offensive problems. I'm about to ship Deontay and Fields off for T. Higgins and a 1 QB. Dude, T. Higgins is scary, though, man. Disco has been saying all year that T. Higgins might not want to play football.
That was Bengal that said that.
Oh, that was Bengal that said that, sorry.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about that in the situation. He might be onto it. I don't know if he's really hurt, dude. I mean, He was fine before week 1, and the injury popped up randomly, and all of a sudden he's not playing week 2. And all this injury bullshit this year is so weird. Like, CMC, no one would have drafted CMC at the 1 if they knew he was out 6 weeks. Like,
everybody's saying the ownership for Carolina is the worst in football. No, those guys are at least willing to spend some fucking money. Cincinnati's the worst in football.
Oh yeah, at least they gave they spent some free agency money to help out the line and defense and stuff, but now they lost their best player, so the Panthers are just done. When I start Deontay Johnson over DJ Moore, no shot in hell. This is the Bears breakout game. The Colts defense is terrible, bro.
Yep,
they're gonna get shredded. What props are locks? We're gonna start the props at 4 p.m. guys. We're gonna break down the games till then. If you guys have questions, fire away. Smash the like, smash the sub if you're new.
That's 7 p.m. Eastern time for you Easterners.
Yep. Oh, yeah. 7 p.m. Eastern. And then if you're new in here, check out the link in the description as well. That is Big Draft Energy Stream. He is the co-host of the show. I jump on his shows every single week. We do shows back and forth, and it's been an amazing time. Bones, Harrison Jr., Neighbors, and Amon Ra helped me overcome the Alvin Kamara beating. Dude, Alvin Kamara looks like he's 23. It's ridiculous. Magic says I lost CMC and Cup. I'll probably now play Deontay and Keenan. Oh, my God. And you can't trade him. It's the worst. It's rough, Jerry. The Niners are going to be in trouble here, man. Because when Debo is gone from the offense, he's the key factor that people don't realize. And our offense always drops like 100-yard average, everything when Debo's gone.
Listen to this draft. Debo Samuel, Devonta Smith, Hollywood Brown, Khalil Shakir, Jacoby Myers, Darnell Mooney, Marvin Mims. Like that's a donation. You're welcome.
All right.
I'm just commiserating over here. Jamar Chase, Debo Samuel, Cooper Kupp, another. Like, that was my favorite start, and now it's a wash.
Jamar, dude, I got a ton of those. Jamar Chase, Kupp, Debo. Yeah, that's rough.
Absolute wash.
Anything else you want to touch up on here on this Seattle Patriots game?
No.
Any shot at picking up Jalen Polk on the wire for down the stretch here if you get some more time, get some more looks?
I mean, like, yeah, I think all of the weapons are viable, but not with Jacoby Brissett.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Magic says, "Do I pick up Tyler Johnson?" Man, everyone's high on this. You can. I mean, everyone was trying to tell me that Tyler Johnson was going to ball out last week, and what did he do? He didn't do nothing. I think it's going to be 2-2 in DeMarcus Robinson, in my opinion, because that's his trusted players. But if you want to take the shot on him,
There's a
more than welcome.
25% chance he's the guy.
25% chance?
Yeah. Well, like, I think
like
every
that.
wide receiver there is a 25% chance. Just fucking pick your poison.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so Giants Commanders. Do we want to talk about this?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. Neighbors looked amazing. We both called that. Danny Dimes, we both called as an average start. He got 22 points. That was a good call there as well. I hit almost all my props in this game. I love this game. Every prop went over almost all of them. The only thing I would say that I take away from this game is that Jaden Daniels doesn't look good passing the football.
Terry McLaurin doesn't look good running routes.
And Terry McLaurin is now I don't know if I want to say you can't trade him. He had 8 targets still, but man, it's just not there. It's just not there. When Noah Brown's getting looks and Zach Ertz is getting looks, I'm like, where the hell is Terry McLaurin?
Yeah.
But I mean, on the Singletary side, I called him to have a good game. That was a nice hit. Brian Robinson Jr. was a smash for both of us. That was nice. You liked Austin Eckler. I think he kind of made up for it, right? He had a decent game at the end.
Yeah.
Like with that little long run down the sideline.
Yeah. That was a weird little like hurdle jump attempt.
It was.
I will say though, Hot Take City said, give us a bold call for week 2. And I said that Daniel Jones would outperform Jaden Daniels. Boy, did I smash.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Yeah, Singletary, dude, he doesn't come off the field, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I did say, I don't think this is a Terry McLaurin game. I said I don't like Terry McLaurin this game. It's a plus matchup. It makes sense, and that's why I don't like it.
And I rode with Terry McLaurin as one of my smash starts, and that was an epic fail. But that's it. I'm done riding this train. I'm off the Terry McLaurin train. I don't know what's going on there.
It's when you least expect it.
I mean, I'm looking at No Cap's comment while you're talking about it. Do you think it's Cliff Kingsbury?
Well, I will say I don't think it's Jaden Daniels because out of all the quarterbacks in the draft process, he demonstrated the most touch.
Where is it?
It did. It's tough when your receivers aren't getting fucking open. That's where it is. You cannot touch, put touch on the ball if your wide receiver is being fucking bracketed and can't separate. Terry McLaurin is overrated. He really is overrated. And Jaden Daniels.
That's tough for me to say he's overrated. He's had a different system like 5 years in a row.
Listen, the reason why we love Terry McLaurin is because he was so underrated and under the radar. And then the reason why I hate Terry McLaurin now is because he's so overrated and so like on everybody's. Like, I don't love Terry McLaurin. I love Jaden Daniels. He's not the issue. Jaden Daniels just needs a true wide. Like, he was blessed because he did have Malik Neighbors and he did have Brian Thomas Jr. If we're looking at, like, the average passing attempt or completion for a quarterback in college, 9.3 yards per completion is fucking elite. We're talking about spectacular quarterbacks. We're talking about Caleb Williams. We're talking about Drake May. We're talking about Bo Nix, right? This guy surpassed it. He almost had a record of 11.9 passing yards per completion. He did it with volume. He did it with touch. His ability is absolutely spectacular. Terry McLaurin's not getting open. Corners are getting better. Terry McLaurin's not getting better. He's only getting worse with time. He's a fucking bust.
Okay, man. I'm. It's too hard for me to write off Terry McLaurin like that, but
he does have a plus matchup again on Monday. Are you playing him?
Dude, I can't after these 2 games.
I mean, you have to. You have to because you spent the draft capital. We know that his floor is non-existent, but we also know that his ceiling is absolute smash. So you kind of have to play him, and you're not going to sell low. You're not going to sell low. Like the week to sell low was this past week, and we saw Chris Olave go for Terry McLaurin, and I'm very jealous of that trade.
Oh yeah, the Saints are. I think they're coming. All right, let's catch up here. Knifey says also. Take the short area targets against the Giants and the run game. The Giants defense is hilariously bend, don't break. They just give you 50 yards and then start trying. I mean, the Giants defense I thought would be a lot better as well too. Like once you put me onto the defensive stats and looking at their stuff, they're not that front is not getting after shit. And the Commanders line was terrible.
Okay, you got to look at it this way. how often are the Giants' defense on the field in comparison to when?
Oh, all the time.
Like we're talking about almost 70%, which is like unsustainable. You want your offense to control time of possession. That offense is not doing that. So the Giants' defense is like even Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh's offense didn't run as many plays, Pittsburgh's defense would look terrible. You got to control the time of possession. But the all-line can't block. Daniel Jones isn't making the right reads, and the run game isn't quite there. Yes, this was a plus matchup, so Devin Singletary was an absolute smash, but he's not going to smash that often. They do get the Giants twice a week or twice a year. That's nice. But like other than that, I like Malik Neighbors. If this isn't a dynasty, he's a sell high.
I agree with that. This is a great question here from Magic. He says, "Who is your all bust team at every position?"
That's a great question.
I like it a lot. I would say my quarterback would be Jared Goff. I would say my tight end is Travis Kelce. I would say my wide receiver right now is either Jamar fucking Chase or Terry McLaurin. And my running back has got to be Zamir White for now.
Yeah, my all bust team is Anthony Richardson at quarterback. Because he's just
have a 30-point week though. So
I mean, yeah, you're okay. Okay, so all bust team. Let's take a step back.
KD, what's that, brother?
I'm trying to think. Okay, so running back. I think I'm with you. I think it's got to be Zamir so far
for now.
For
he's
now,
gonna pop this week.
Actually, it's Derrick Henry. It's Derrick Henry. He's not doing what we thought he would. It's a bust. Tight end, it's Samuel Porter or Travis Kelce. Pick your fucking poison. They've both been fucking absolutely useless.
Right.
Wide receiver, I think Garrett Wilson. Like Garrett Wilson
he still put up better numbers than McLaurin and Chase, though.
Yeah, I know. But like we were expecting, it was negative matchups, but like based off of Drake London so far, I think we're gonna have another bad Drake London outing, and I need 6 fantasy points to win my big league from Drake London, and I don't think
I need him to stay under 20. God damn it! So I beat BBB.
Yeah. Fuck.
Lock him up.
And then quarterback, I'd say Will Levis.
I was thinking about that, but I can't consider him a bust if he never was good.
He was overhyped like no tomorrow in basketball drafts. People loved him.
I did too. Let's see.
And I will say, at this point in the season, Daniel Jones has outperformed Will Levis.
I have 31 shares of
Will Levis has been more Daniel Jones than Daniel Jones has been this year. And Daniel Jones has been Daniel Jonesing like no fucking tomorrow. So it says a lot.
Got you. Question. He says Debo's gone. Yeah, Debo's gone. 1 to 3 weeks here again. Niners just fucking falling apart. This is a good question as well. You're dropping some bombs today, bro. I like it. Juwan Johnson, man. He didn't play a lot of snaps. Oh, Juwan Jennings. Sorry. I thought you were doing Juwan Johnson. I was going to the Saints. Good thing you brought that up. Juwan Jennings, yeah. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable starting him, right?
You should.
You should?
100%.
Not in standard. Not in standard.
Listen, he's done nothing but do his job and outperform where he was drafted. All he was missing was opportunity. I'd be remiss to say, like, yes, he's a great pickup option, especially with Ricky Pearsall, but this is why they brought Pearsall in, right? Pearsall, if Pearsall is available, pick him up. He's a great IR stash. He's a great waiver wire pickup, and when he's healthy, especially with Debo missing some sort of time, and then, especially with the heel situation, calf situation, that's another potentially Achilles tendonitis kind of deal. Pearsall is going to be an absolute smash. We know Pearsall is a spectacular athlete, but in the meantime, if you could get both Juwan Jennings, so you can play him temporarily as like a viable flex option, and then when Pearsall is healthy, go with Pearsall. Yeah, do it, because Pearsall is almost fully recovered from, like, he was ready to play week 1 after he got shot.
Yeah, that's crazy because it went straight through and didn't hit any arteries. That was nuts. He says having the QB 19 as your bust. I had Jared Goff in my top 10 QBs before the season started, though. So that's why I'm going with the bust.
Okay, so who would be your number 2 bust?
For a quarterback, Stafford hasn't done shit in 2 games. Trevor Lawrence hasn't done shit.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence should be on the.
He's got to be on that list.
You like Deshaun Watson? That's a buster.
Deshaun Watson, but he was cheap value, right? He was like drafted quarterback 20.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence was drafted right ahead of him, and then Jared Goff was drafted right ahead of both of them. And same with Matthew Stafford. So,
he was.
It's the same garbage range. It just shows that elite quarterback is so fucking valuable.
I would say, dude, CJ Stroud's been bad. Dak Prescott's been fucking under 12 points or 13 points in both games. I mean, he's been
That's
bad.
mine. That's mine. I didn't even consider. Kirk Cousins has been fucking terrible. We'll see what he does tonight.
I mean,
But I also
Justin
don't.
Herbert 10 points a game.
Yeah,
All the
but
quarterbacks are shit.
Justin Herbert's drafted as like the quarterback 2022.
Yeah, I know. Low. Here's what's interesting. If you're paying attention, Caleb Williams has not had a 10-point fantasy point game yet.
Yeah, but he's also had two of the toughest matchups. And I think he's going to double 10 points in the next, at least 5 of the next 6 matchups that he has.
I agree. He's got a smash matchup coming. Oh, and chat took their vote in 24 votes next 4 weeks, 92% Dobbins, 8% Swift.
Yeah, because you guys are stupid. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I just want to see. You wasted capital that could have been an elite skill guy. It is. I agree.
Okay, so who's the elite skill guy that you could have drafted in that range? Let's be honest. Round 4, you drafted what's his face? Josh Allen. Who like other than Chris Godwin,
Chris Godwin was like the 7th.
Well, not in best ball, not on draft.
Oh yeah, like I'm talking
round 4
fantasy football. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
So round 4, you take Patrick Mahomes. He's a baller. You take
he's playing terrible.
He's still put up more numbers than 80% of the quarterbacks thus far on average. For just talking about base average,
right? Because the quarterbacks have been terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
the only quarterback with 2 20-point games is Derek Carr.
We've seen historical lows. We've seen historical lows in terms of passing touchdowns, which is crazy.
It's got to change. It has to change. It cannot keep up like this. It needs to,
but with the wide receivers going down more and more, it fucking won't. It's such a weird year. And like you and Bayou Bengal and all the Jack Lucinays, I'm gonna hear for an entire offseason why robust RB was a fucking move. And then next year, everybody's going to draft robust RB. But me, I'm not going to fucking do it. I'm still going to go receiver heavy because this is a weird year. It's super weird.
And the injuries are killer. Bandit says, Caleb Williams is a bust. Been saying it since college. Talked to me in a year. Dude, he had, I got to go with Disco. He did have 2 of the top tough matchups. The matchups get amazingly better for him over the stretch here. But I'm going to tell you now, if he doesn't perform against the Colts, I'm going to start being like, all right, dude, this is rough.
I do think it's a DeAndre Swift game, or just like invest in one of the running backs, especially in DFS. But like, it's got to be DeAndre Swift. But yeah, I think he has plus.
Look, Jacobs just did 32 carries. Good God!
I'm willing to bet on the research, man.
I agree. So anything else on the Giants Commanders game? We got like 8 minutes here. Pick one game, and then we'll go through our pick'ems, bro. I want to get a couple slips in here and see what we like for the pick'ems.
Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers losing to the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, I owe Jack 100 here. I thought that Sam Darnold would have to pass 45 times to keep up in this game, and the 49ers offense just looked out of sync, bro. We just looked lost. I mean, we were running like Shanahan was trying to get too cute in this game. We're running 3rd and 3 fucking reverse passes and shit. I'm like, just give it to Mason, dude. If you just give it to Mason, we'll run it right through him and we'll be fine. We didn't move the ball how I thought we would. I mean, I had Ayuk on a sit-him. That was the only hit I got from this game. Kittle, you called as a smash. He absolutely smashed. I didn't know that someone could leave the game on a fucking stretcher and come back in 2 minutes either, which was fucking crazy with Kittle. I don't know.
It was a cramp for what it's worth. It was a cramp for what it's worth. They thought it was worth. Yeah.
I mean, I was like, there goes Kittle season. I was like, there goes best ball, but fuck, he was back in 2 minutes. They just had to, take him to the shitter real quick on the stretcher.
Yeah, but like, what about Disco saying like, man, Kittle 100% based off of my research is a tight end 1 this week.
That was a hit. That was a nasty hit.
Right.
Except for Gesicki wasn't he?
Who?
Wasn't Gesicki the tight end 1?
No.
Oh no, Kittle got the touchdown. That's why. Gesicki had more yards. I got you. Yeah, that was right.
Don't disrespect me, sir.
That was good. Dude, I thought you'd see a full run game, Niner attack, control the clock. We did not. We got cute, and it cost us the game. Or the 97-yard fucking Justin Jefferson touchdown cost us the game. Either one. I mean, how can we not tackle this guy for 50 yards with 3 guys?
I think what really cost you guys the game and what people aren't talking about enough is like, you look at McConnell. He's from that similar coaching tree, right? Like, obviously, he's from the McVay coaching tree, but McVay's from the Shanahan coaching tree, so on and so forth. So he understands that. And then you add on the fact that Sam Darnold's most recent tour was being, the backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. I think Flores was just in his ear, and that was the biggest difference, because you have a good offensive coordinator / head coach in McConnell and a great defensive coordinator in Flores with, a defense that can get after it. They knew exactly what they were seeing. Like, if you look at that Michigan thing where they had,
I thought the 49ers, knowing Darnold, having him there last year, they'd fucking pick him apart.
but like they're so scheme oriented to go where you're not, that if you create certain looks and situations, you can anticipate what they're going to do and react accordingly. And that's what they did. It was a masterful coaching job. And Sam Darnold, like, I'm sure for a fact, at the beginning of the week wasn't the first time Sam Darnold was asked, okay, like, what can we expect week 2?
Right. He's got questions all week.
I think since he got there, like, one of their biggest things that they did was like, okay, San Francisco week, what do they like to do in all these situations? Like, this was a great game for them. Do I think Minnesota is world beaters? No, but they are better than I thought they were.
Wait till they get their weapons back.
Well, what I will say, Ty Chandler, I think that calls a smash, especially with
Aaron Jones. Did you see it down the stretch? He wasn't even out there.
Well, he got banged up, which we said, like, he's the most likely player to get injured, right? But then you look at Minnesota, you look at them going against Houston, people are going to be like, oh, this is a great matchup for Minnesota, because, like, it's not. It really isn't. That game is an outlier. It was a trap. It was a trap from the beginning, because Sam Darnold knows the entire offense. No player knows an entire offense better than a quarterback.
I think it made him better too. And I think it made him a better quarterback being in the system, because he looks way more poised in the pocket. He looks good. I mean, I can't lie.
But Sam Darnold put up decent numbers, but the Minnesota Vikings defense won that game.
Oh, they did. The Niners even gave us chances, man. Got the pick at the end.
Oh yeah. Like, Fred Warner.
Defense played good.
Fred Warner is one of my favorite linebackers of all time.
He's so gross.
Like, he at this point, we need to say this guy is a first ballot Hall of Famer, because look at how many defensive coordinators he gave jobs as head coaches.
All of them.
Like, every year, because of Fred Warner, a defensive coordinator from San Francisco becomes a head coach. And then they kind of, like, become mediocre, other than DeMeco Ryans. But, like, Fred Warner is one of the best to ever do it. I think we need to get
Morris.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let's catch up a chat, then we'll keep it going. He says, looking at drafts, I was in, if you could have Josh Jacobs and Stroud, they went back-to-back in a few drafts. And if you could have Rashee Rice or Jameson Williams instead of Dak. Jameson Williams is some guy I missed a lot of exposure on. I'm kind of pissed about. Bandit Lock says, okay, an Evertouch matchup in college was the same. He played horrible. He can't move. Oh, he's just ranting on Caleb. I think my all-team bust would be Dak, Burrow, Swift, Chase, Kelsey. Swift was my do-not-draft running back in fantasy football.
I'm with you on that. But he's definitely, like, my number one running back for the next 4 or 5 weeks.
That's crazy. I like that.
I wouldn't say number one back. He's my number one buy low running back.
Purdy told the Vikings DC Flores after the game, your scheme is crazy, man. KD says, nice call on Disco. Yeah, he called Kittle tight end 1. Nailed that shit. Did he beat McBride with that fumble recovery?
Yes.
He did? Okay, it was close. Justin Fields was never the problem, dude. I would have loved to see Justin Fields with all these fucking weapons, man. That's ridiculous. Should I trade from Smitty? How you doing, brother? Should I trade Kyren Williams? He seems very touchdown dependent. With all the Rams injuries, you're gonna think it's time to trade Kyren, but I think his usage is gonna go through the roof. I think you're gonna see just a massive Kyren.
I would say this. My only advice with Kyren Williams, because I have not done the research, I will concede that I have not done the research. When are his offensive linemen coming back? Because when his offensive linemen come back,
Harvesting or whatever is supposed to be back soon, but I don't know the other ones.
He will be easily a top 5 RB for the rest of the season, no matter the matchup.
Yeah, I think I think it's like a buy low time, because you're looking at people are like, oh shit, Cup is out. I think Kyren's about to just get absolutely fucking force fed, bro.
We've only seen him at his floor we've seen him below his floor, handcuffed with terrible situation, and he still performed. Right? Is he performing where he was currently drafted? Currently, no. But yeah, he's a great buy low option.
Oh fuck, dude. 3, they're not coming back anytime soon. 3 of them are on IR.
Yeah, so week 4 or 5.
Yeah, you're gonna get maybe Jonah Jackson back this week. Harvesting came back last week at the end. I didn't even know that he was already back. So they got one back last week, but fuck, it's rough.
Didn't Lyle Collins just get cut again? God, what a blast!
Yeah, again. He says, I don't know, man. Hard to say when Fields is currently game managing Pittsburgh. It seems like no one, dude. He's playing with fucking Arthur Smith. I don't judge that at all. Arthur Smith is. I can't even watch it, bro. Am I picking up Kareem Hunt? I have in Dynasty already in a couple leagues because he's a free agent. So if you can snag that in sleeper right now, it's one of the good moves to do. But I'm not like thrilled about it. I'm not like super pumped that I picked him up. I think it's gonna be Carson Steele as the show still. He's been with the system. He's earned it. He's a fan favorite. I think Carson Steele's gonna get the carries.
Yeah, I mean, I bet on Pirine last year instead of Jaleel McLaughlin, and both of them were borderline fucking useless. But I'm still going to bet on Pirine again this year.
I like that. Pirine's just seen 0 carries in both his games. He's just a strict pass down back to me.
Yeah.
Nothing hurts more than drafting Deontay ahead of Godwin. God, Godwin looked so freaking good, man. And me and Disco both said that Godwin would have a better year than Mike Evans, bro, and it's coming, dude. If Mike Evans doesn't pop a bunch of touchdowns, it's going to be all Godwin.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the recipe for the Rams when they have no line. It's a ton of heavy sets with extra tight ends, and they just run. That's what I'm saying. I think Kyren is like one of your targets you should be targeting right now heavy. Yep. I think he's going to get fed like a freaking psycho.
Like, who else will you get out running back for Kyren currently that will, outperform Kyren at his floor?
Right.
And then you got to factor in that his ceiling is like upon the horizon down the stretch. It's a scary, scary fucking sight. He's one of my greatest buy low options right now.
Oh, 100%. I agree. No Cap says, I don't know. I think Hunt could be relied on as a vet. He could be, but man, he's 29. What is he? Heading into his 30. He looked sluggish last time he was out there for Cleveland, even behind one of the best offensive lines. I would think Steele is going to get the crowd riled up. They're going to get fucking put their stupid fucking hair on, and the fucking fans are going to go nuts for this guy, bro. That's what I think.
Let's just pray. Let's just pray that that Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes back from this PTSD situation.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice as well.
I need it.
Would I trade Ram and Dobbins for Kyren in a heartbeat? Ram is my number one sell high player right now. The Patriots schedule is absolutely terrible. Dobbins is balling. He has a tough 2 games, and his injury history scares me. So you might as well get some value while you can, especially elite value.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so now I'm going to stop this screen here, even though we went over the Niner game, and we're going to hop into our drafters. If you guys aren't signed up on drafters, make sure you use code DISCO or code SLEAZE. We will match your deposit for 100.
Just use code SLEAZE.
Code SLEAZE. All right, that's fine.
Yes.
I'm not going to say he's going to go crazy, Bandit, but he's the one I would think is going to get the work here next week. I wouldn't think it's going to go to P. Ryan. I wouldn't think it's going to go to Hunt if they pick him up. I think it would go to Carson Steele. He's too much of a fan favorite. They love him. Okay, so Niner game we touched upon. Aaron Jones is, like we said, very risky. He went down. Ty Chandler is one of my favorite pickups right now. And if you watched any of our streams before, we would tell you that when we look at Ty Chandler, we think we're drafting the RB1 for the Vikings. That's literally what I think still right now.
Because there's 100% risk of Aaron Jones getting injured, and we're not exaggerating.
I'm 100% on board with that. Now, here we go. DFS says, start the pick'ems, guys. I'm willing to do like 5 to 10 slips tonight, so whatever you guys got, let's throw them together. Let's make some money here. He says, what do you like better, Algier under 19.5 rushing or the combo of rush receiving 25.5?
Dan, don't steal my thunder, buddy. We got on the phone together on my way home, and we spoke about this game because I respect the hell out of you, and I love the way your brain works. Dan, guys, if you're not following NFL DFS picks on YouTube, the work ethic, the way he dissects that information and makes it digestible is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to say he's a non-threat in receiving, and the fact that like 25.5 rushing and receiving yards where he only played 10% snap share is there. It just means that like it's more free option because I don't think he's going to get a touch. That's my biggest lock of this one is under 25.5 rushing and receiving for Tyler Algier.
Okay. Hang on. I'm putting in a Bandit card. This is a $50 card for you, Bandit. You better hit.
What's
Saquon Barkley over the rushing and Bijan over the receiving.
I already took that one.
Okay.
I think I took it yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Or we're doing a 27.5. Okay. So
All right. Do
what
you
was
want
it
me to
for?
keep-
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna look at the pick'ems here. So
Okay. Hold
take
on.
it away. I
All
want
right.
to see what I did.
So I got a couple combinations with this. Okay. So I've already built my tickets. I'm not building another one. I might actually just build one more and tail yours.
Oh, it's
Um,
82.50. Never mind. I thought it was for 50. Nice. All right, go ahead.
all right. So Jalen Hurts over 12.5 yards for his longest rush.
I think he has a big rushing day today.
Yeah, I don't want to go for the total rushing yards, but for the longest rush, I think that's possible where he goes for a 16, 20-yard scamper. Like he's good for one of those a game. Tyler Algier under 25.5 rushing and receiving, I think is an absolute lock. When I was building my this ticket, I kind of got lucky, right? Because I got
Devonta Smith early.
no. Well, I got that early. I'm not touching it right now, especially with AJ Brown being out. That means AJ Terrell's is going to be on it, so I don't like it. But I will say that before the rushing and receiving for Drake London was 4 yards lower than his receiving yards. Now, so I got it at 57.5.
Now
And
it's
his receiving
62 and a
yards.
half.
So I'm like, shit, like it's free. I still like his receiving yards, but I'm not touching that anymore. I got it at 58.5. I would not tail at 61.5. Ray McLeod, longest reception, 13.5 yards is an absolute smash.
It's 14 and a half now.
Still take it.
Still take it?
Yeah.
Like that? Okay, I'll rock that. One I like a lot is the kicker points for both or field goals made. I think it's a kicker game.
I have a ticket with that as well. But that's my lock. Those, what would I give you there? 3?
Which one? So I got 14.5 reception, Algier 25 under. What else do you like? What do you like for the Eagles? Oh, the Eagles rush with Hurts.
Longest rush. Yeah, I also like Kenneth Gainwell under his rushing and receiving as well.
Kenneth Gainwell under his rushing and receiving. Where's he at? 19.5.
Yes.
I like that. Okay. That's nice. Okay. I'm gonna drop a 10 card there for 100 on that. So what I like from this game for a card is I like Kyle Pitts over 3.5. I think he's going to absolutely crush that in this game. They struggle heavily to stop the tight ends. And I like both kickers field goals, but I'm not like high on it, but I'm predicting it to be a kicker game because both these defenses are kind of grungy. And I think it's going to be stingy in the red zone. And I'm kind of interested in Dallas Goedert for 4.5 receptions or 41 yards because you got no AJ. They're gonna use Terrell, Simmons, Bates, try and lock up Devonta. The safeties do come over the top for the tight end too, though. So I'm a little worried there, but I think it could be a Goddard game here.
I think that's a trap.
You think it's a trap?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'll tell you.
No, I don't like it. I'm just talking it out. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go both kickers over 1, and I'm gonna go Pitts over 3.5. Those are 3 that I like. And then I like Saquon's receiving too. Just 20 yards receiving with no AJ. I'm gonna go over on his yards.
What's the longest at?
16.5.
Yeah, I do like the receiving. I got a 53% chance probability of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna lock this card in for. Oh wait, I'm gonna take which ones did I miss? So Saquon receiving 2 field goals over. Kyle Pitts over 3.5 receptions. I think that's like one of my favorite locks.
Which Pitts one?
3.5 receptions. So I'm just doing Saquon receiving, Pitts receptions, and the kickers. And I'll do a 10 card on this. And then I'd like to do our monster, go for the 8-banger. If we had to, just for a $5 or $2, whatever, just to take the shot. I like that weekly. It's hella fun.
All right, under 272.5 rushing and passing for Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Longest reception for Bijan, 13.5.
Oh, I think that's a nice one. I like that a lot. Gainwell under. Oh, he already dropped from 19 to 18.
Saquon's longest reception is 11.5. I'm taking the over.
Oh, that was his longest rush. My bad when I read that. 16.5.
Rushing and receiving under for Tyler Algier.
Yep. Mooney, are we touching anything?
No. I'm going over on Drake London's receiving.
Okay. Jahan Dotson, I'm not touching.
You said you liked the 3.5 receptions for Pitts.
I do.
You said you like both kickers.
I do, but yeah, I do.
Okay, that's it. That's 8.
And what are we doing? 5?
I got 5 on
5?
it.
I got 5 on it for 500.
The reception
Woo!
for Kyle Pitts is no longer available.
I got mine. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. So that's gone. What's a throw in you like? I don't like the Goddard receptions. I think that's high. Jahan Dotson, I don't touch.
I'm literally just going to refresh and do it again.
Okay, so run it back.
Yeah.
All right, hang on, chat. I'll catch up here in a second. We're gonna run it through an 8 pick for $5 here for 500. We're just gonna get wild. Go for a full card. So under on Hurts, Bijan's longest reception over, Gainwell under.
It's Hurts passing and rushing. 270, 2.5 seems very rich.
I did. Longest reception, Saquon over, under for Algiers yards.
London. No yards, rushing and receiving.
Yeah, I got it. It went up 1, by the way. It went to 26. That's nice. Gave us extra yard. We took Drake London over 60, right? And both kickers, and Pitts over 3. I refreshed it, and Pitts is still here. That's weird. I've reached maximum entries. What?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I got the same thing, which is interesting.
And I didn't. Who do I have off here that's on here twice?
Jalen Hurts rushing plus passing has been Drafters is in here. What's up, Josh? Good to see you.
They're in here. I'll catch up with chat while it's going. Steele isn't going to do anything. Take all the bets. P-Run? No, I don't like P-Run. That's why they're bringing in Hunt. I'd take under the combo. Bijan receiving yards, Barkley rush. That's his lock. I like that. Lock it in. I took the bet with you. I took it Friday. I'm going to get on early. I know you guys took it when it's lower, but I think Smith under 17.5 is a good bet. Defense will try and take him away. I like that one as well. Do you guys do the safety? I never do the safety. Go for it. Go for it all. You lose so much value going to the safety. Look for Barkley to eat again. I think Barkley's in. Actually, I'll change it here. I love Barkley's. What's his attempt stat? They don't have it.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think his attempts will be over 20. I think he sees the ball a ton. Kicking points or field goals made. I'm going field goals made. I think it's a very big field goal game. Refresh the page. It might be available. Refresh. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to change the line here. I'm going to run it back.
I refreshed twice, by the way.
Okay. So Jalen Hurts under. We're going to run it again. Longest reception is now 13.5 for Bijan. Still like it?
Yep.
Under the rush receiving for Kenneth. Longest reception is gone for Barkley. Under for Tyler Algier. Drake London over. Pitts over 3.5. Both kickers at 1. That's it. Lock me in. Don't say anything crazy. A QB prop with the equivalent from the same, for example, cannot be combined. What? I went under pass receiving, and which one can I combine that with? Oh, is it Gainwell? You're lying. I'm refreshing it again. There's no way this is not real. All right. Under.
It's happened to me 8 times right now. Under 272 passing and rushing for Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Longest. They just added 4.5 receptions for Bijan. Longest reception for Bijan over. They took away the longest reception for Saquon. I'm taking the over receiving yards. Actually, I'm not touching it.
I don't think I can take under Hurts and Gainwell together. That's why, as rush receiving.
I didn't take Gainwell. This one.
You took Gainwell off? Okay. Well, which one am I plugging in? Longest reception for Ray?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll read the card. I have the longest Ray. Field goals by both kickers, 1.5. Kyle Pitts, 3.5. Drake London over 60. Under 26.5 for Algier rush receiving. Bijan longest reception, and Jalen Hurts under the 272. Is that what we're rolling with?
Okay, I feel like I'm missing one. Do we take Drake London on, or like is Drake London on that one?
Over 61. Yeah, he's on there.
Okay. Fuck.
I'm gonna lock it in before it changes. All right, I got mine in. So Jalen Hurts under, Drake London over 61. Jalen Hurts under the combo. Kyle Pitts over receptions. Both the kickers over 1.5 field goals. Bijan 13.5 longest. Ray 14.5 longest, and Tyler Algier rush receiving under. What's up, babe? Your mom got home safe. I helped her packing stuff.
Yep, got it.
All right. DFS says I got everything refreshed the app. They moved the Gainwell line hard. They did. Right as we were talking about it. Like you can't do the same bet correlates between QB and receiver. It was Gainwell. That's weird. I don't know why they would do the rush receiving combined together, but that's how it goes. Would like to see Pitts and Goddard both. Dude, I think Pitts has a game here, Andrew. I think Pitts has a game here.
I don't like it.
I know. You don't like. I'd love. Well, I'm in on Pitts this year for the first time, and it hurts. It just feels strange to say. It's like what the fuck. But Magic says, is Smith in for a legacy game? I don't think so, man. So if you had, all right, let's go like this. Who are you taking tonight on the spread in the game?
I'm taking Philly in the game, and I think Smith can have a legacy game, especially if they keep utilizing him in the slot because Terrell doesn't travel, and that's why I'm not necessarily worried about Terrell. But yeah,
they do have a nasty duo safety over the top though. Bates and Simmons, they're gross. I'm gonna take the Falcons to cover the points here, the 5.5, and I'm gonna take. Man, the 44.5. I think it's a lower scoring game. I'd probably take the under and the Falcons and the points.
Yeah, I like to go based off of your point where they got two safeties that are good over the top. I don't disagree. It's not the seam or like the middle third. I think Devonta eats. I think it's with his incredible route running, just absolutely exposing one-on-one man coverage and just like living in the flats, like hitting them with like a combo route where he like goes a step in and then goes out where he does a zip. I think we're going to see like several receptions and targets going his way. He's going to be fed early and often. It's going to be him and Saquon. And then I think Hurts is going to find his way in for an anytime touchdown. We'll see.
I think Hurts has a big rushing day, bro. Like I'm like thinking he goes for 100 yards. Okay, like something crazy. What's up, babe?
I'm going to go to Michael's with Lily.
That's fine. Everyone says hi.
So how many rushing yards did Justin Fields go for against this team?
I think like 63.
Okay, and then how many rushing opportunities?
That's a guess. That's a guess. Let's just hang on. Let me get back to it.
I want to know his rush attempts as well.
Okay. So Fields goes 14. Yeah, 57 yards, 14 attempts.
Yeah. So do we think Jalen Hurts is going to run that much?
Yeah, but I think it's a different situation. So, like, how do I explain it? With Justin Fields, it's just a different defenses the coaches look at when it's Jalen Hurts. And I just don't know why it is, but it is. Like Jalen Hurts will see a bigger lane because they know he can pass the ball. It's a different scenario at quarterback. It's just weird to explain, but it happens.
I will concede. I think it's possible, but the reason why I'm asking is Justin Fields, majority of his runs are on quarterback design runs. Right. Whereas Jalen Hurts, majority of his runs are, if his first reads aren't there, he just takes off with it. Like I think we only saw week 1 4 designed runs to Jalen Hurts, 4 QB specific design runs, and a couple of them went for negative yardage. Right. So if we do see Hurts have a monster game, it's because AJ Brown isn't open, which is typically his first read, and he's going to, try to go around Matthew Judon in the pass rush and get there. I think what it's tough to bet on. I see. I know
that's tough. I don't
I
like
see a world where it happens. I'm much more willing to bet on his longest rush than I am on anything else.
Okay, I'm with that. I mean, I just think it's one of those Jalen Hurts rushing games for some reason.
Because if he has a rushing game, if Jalen Hurts has a great rushing game, our under 272.5 passing and rushing bet is chalked. So you might as well just do the same combo, but do like the longest rusher is rushing yards over. So I would say let's just fucking do that now.
All right, I like that.
We're fucking degenerates, man.
Yep, it's your fault. So I'm taking rushing yards over or longest rush.
I'm going longest rush.
Okay, longest rush, and then one more. Or what are you doing? A three build?
No, like we're doing the exact same long build. Okay. Okay, so hold on. I got longest reception. So longest rush, longest reception for Bijan, longest reception for Saquon, under 26.5 rushing and receiving for Algier.
Yep.
I'm not touching Drake London this time.
Devonta over the yards?
No.
No? Okay.
What's his receptions?
He doesn't have it. 23.5 long.
Okay, I don't think he's going to kill. Okay, so 72.5. Let's go over. Let's keep Ray out of this one. Let's go Kyle Pitts and then both kickers. And then that's 8, and that's $5.
Oh, I like it. Hit us with a 500 banger. Come on.
Imagine both hit.
Let's catch up with chat here. Where's the game? The game is at Philly. Who's Hurts going to feed if not Devonta? He's got to feed Devonta, but it's just a tough matchup. Atlanta's defense is better than people think, man. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. Their defense is going to be tough this year.
Yeah.
Would you guys trade Lamar and Waddle for Kyler and Neighbors and Christian Kirk? Yes, in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think about it. Waddle with no Tua is going to hurt. Lamar, I've never liked his passing mechanics, but he's a fantasy rushing freak, and you get Kyler's Neighbors and Kirk. I would take that. What do you think?
I'm not taking it.
You keep Waddle with no Tua?
I think Skylar Thompson and Tyler Huntley are better for Waddle than fucking Daniel Jones for Malik Neighbors in the past. We saw Malik Neighbors have one great game, and we're like, oh, yeah, Malik Neighbors is him. Malik Neighbors has always been him. The one big issue is, 1, they have a really shitty fucking schedule. 2, Daniel Jones is throwing the ball. They're not getting Washington every week.
Right, that's true. I mean, Washington defense, you start everybody. I mean, it's official. Big Rice ball, Dallas Goddard. I think Goddard has a game here as well. I think it's going to be the running back tight end game here. I do think Devonta's going to eat as well, though. But I think you're going to see a Bijan Saquon show all the way here. What's up, Alex? Welcome in. Fair trade, Kyren, Terry, Likely, Puka. Jesus Christ. Kyren, Terry, Likely, Puka. I was trying to tell everyone to sell high on Likely, man.
I did.
You sold it. Yeah, you did. That's Kyren, Terry, Likely, Puka. Okay, so you're going for an IR play here for Chase and White.
Which White?
I think he's talking with Rashad, yeah. Down bad 0-2 with Worthy and Cooper right now. I think Kyren's value is just too much. It's too good right now with everyone hurt. I think Kyren's going to eat.
Don't do it.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
And Rashad White with his growing, I don't think I'd take the risk there, even though, Puka looks like he's out till week 9.
You're giving up one injured guy and 2 guys who have performed relatively under, expectation. Like, just be patient. Don't panic. Obviously, you're 0-2, and that sucks, and you need to make some moves. But this isn't the right move.
I don't think it is. I mean, if Chase doesn't explode versus the Commanders like we just talked about, though, I'm going to lose my freaking mind, bro.
Yeah.
So I get why you're trading for him.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would do that. Anything else, chat? You guys have any questions? Any cards you guys like? Let me know.
Knifey had a Drake London comment that is not showing up in the thread.
What was it?
I don't know. If you're going to take Drake London line, take the receiving and rushing.
Because you might see him get a couple carries.
Would he get
carries? When's the last time Drake London got a carry? Let me see.
They moved the Gainwell line hard to what?
So Drake London with no carries so far this year. And last year, he had 2 carries on the season. I don't know if I like that. But I mean, you are getting a yard for a possible run. So I mean, I can see the point there. If I shared my lineup in a 10-man league, yeah, here I got you, bro. So if you ever want to share a lineup or talk ball off stream for everyone here as well, I'll pull it up on stream for you. Here is the Discord, guys, so you can see it. So I can just pull it up easier instead of like typing out the whole lineup. And all are welcome to join in free. We talk football the whole time. It's got like 350 members. We're growing. It's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. Smash that like, smash that subscription. Monday Night Football is almost here. We got 7 minutes. We'll chop up any questions you guys want, any topic you guys want to talk about. Fire away. And then I got to get going to dinner here at the mom's house to go watch the game over there. I'll throw a screenshot in Discord. Got you, bro. Fire it in. Do I have to share my screen for Discord, huh? It's the same line he's saying right now for receiving rushing. They do that a lot for Drake. 61.5. I like that. I'll roll that with you. I'll roll a 2 card here.
I had it at 58.5. That was great.
That's nice.
Hopefully it is.
I'm just gonna do a 3 build here. I'm gonna go Devonta over as well, and I'm gonna go Saquon over as well.
If T. Higgins is back, does that take away from Jamar Chase's performance next week?
Just do a little 20 for 120. There we go. Dude, it should statistically, but it shouldn't because it's Jamar Chase. If this guy doesn't get force fed next week, I'm gonna. I spent so much draft capital offseason getting into him, bro. I'm gonna be pissed.
I have him in Scott Fish. I have him in Battle of the Sexes, and I have a lot of him in best ball. So yeah, I need Jamar Chase to be him.
I can't get my Discord to.
Yeah, you can't share Discord on StreamYard.
Fudge. So I can't share my Discord on stream, but I'll talk it out for you. Here, I'll tell you what we have. Okay.
I'm in your Discord, dude.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So he's looking at Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Jordan Mason, Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, Dalton Kincaid, Brian Robinson. I fucking love God. Brian Robinson looks so good. He was my number one.
What you have like 36 channels on your Discord? Which one is it?
General chat. The main one. Okay. Dude, this team is stacked to the fucking rafters, bro.
It's a 10-man.
I know. You should be trying to tier up big time. You have too many players. You're gonna have a nightmare making decisions weekly with this. So when I'm looking at it, I'm definitely starting DK Metcalf. Get him off your bench 100%. I mean, I'd probably take, and I want to keep Jaden Reed because when Jordan Love comes back, I think Jaden Reed's one of the biggest buy lows right now you can get. But I'd try and tier up like Christian Kirk, Terry McLaurin, Singletary, McConkey. You can even use the buy high on JMO. Yeah, I love that as well. And try and get, a stud. Try and get an RB2 that you're looking for here.
You need RB help because Devin Singletary you can't really rely on. I would say get rid of JMO, get rid of Kirk, get rid of Terry McLaurin, even fucking combo them all up, even Ladd McConkey.
Yep.
Combo them all up. Try to get like a viable running back like a Josh Jacobs or I don't think
it's tough to get him off a hitter game. So, I mean, if you're like guys I'd be looking at here be like maybe a Montgomery or an ETN who had a low game.
You're paying too much for Montgomery. ETN I think is more valuable.
Kenneth Walker would be a good one off injury.
Yeah.
I would like that.
I mean, like I personally wouldn't take it, but your league mates better than we do. So yeah, I would say try to get like a Josh Jacobs, a Travis Etienne.
Yeah, ETN's probably my favorite buy right now, especially because Tank Bigsby just got hurt too.
Yeah.
So he's going to explode. Even though he plays Buffalo on Monday night, I think ETN's going to be back. And I, for some reason, think the Jags are going to win this game on Monday night.
Get rid of Kendrick Miller, man. Get rid of it. It's Jamal Williams. It was always Jamal Williams.
Alex says, if Drake doesn't perform, I'm going to lose my mind. Roach, what's up? How we doing? I have CMC and Debo, Kendrick Miller in my IR. You dropped Kendrick Miller. That's 100%. Look at Alvin Kamara, bro. Roach, the fantasy god, hates you. Sorry, man. Headaches every day. Speaking of Jamar Chase, Disco, check your sleeper. He sent you a trade. I like it. Here it goes. Nail a big one out while we're live. How long will KW3 be out? Dude, it's an oblique injury. And I tweeted last week. I was like, dude, statistically, all the NFL players that get an oblique injury, they play through it. And I was like, Kenneth Walker's going to be fine. Obviously, he was not. I was wrong there. But I think he'll be back next week. Obliques don't keep you out long.
Hold on. You want to give me a 2025 second for my – so he offered Jamar Chase and a 2025 2 for Amon-Ra St. Brown and my 2025 1.
Yeah, right. That's not smart.
Like I'm the one with like if anything you should one add the 1, right? And then 2 you should also probably add a different player as well, because right now Jamar Chase is the one who with all the risk, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is like as safe as it gets.
But Amon-Ra is hurt right now too.
Yeah,
we don't know the injury update.
I'm talking shit, but I just accepted it.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I did. Jamar Chase, no matter what. Like I'm fucking already in too deep. Why the fuck not?
Oh, we just had a monster trade go down. Knifey Spoonie sends, oh my God, Jamar Chase in a second for Amon-Ra and a first.
Like,
wow.
I'm so easy. Like, it's very easy. He picked right ahead of me.
Wow.
He was going to pick Amon-Ra, and then he's like, how can I leverage this for the future of our dynasty? And he did a masterful job. I got fucking fleeced, but like he knows my heart. Like now that I have Jamar Chase in my dynasty,
no matter what.
I'm happy. Like I got to stand on business. That's my guy. You know, I got to have faith. This is going to bite me in the ass. I'm going to be the worst fantasy football content creator because I am so emotionally
Chase, no matter what.
Like I'm in too deep. It's like quicksand. The harder I can try to fight it, the deeper I sink. Like it's rough, man. It's tough. But I did it. Let's go. So Deontay Johnson, do you what? Like you're gonna send over half-eaten Snickers?
Let me catch up here.
Or a Twinkie. I like Twinkies.
Man, Mikey, I gotta say that I was wrong with Nico Collins. Man, he might be him. He might be a start of a weekly. I might have missed out on a lot of best ball drafts on him too. Kyren for Chase. I'm keeping Kyren, man. You could if you want, but I think Kyren's gonna absolutely get fed here these next couple weeks.
Jamar Chase, no matter what. What's lacking? Jamar Chase, no matter what.
I'm fine with it either way.
If Jamar Chase is involved, do not listen to me.
What's up? Just a random kid. Welcome in, new guys, new to the channel. If you're new here, guys, smash that like, smash that subscription button. Also, check the description link. I put Big Draft Energy stream in there as well. Make sure you go follow my guy. I'll be on his shows all week. He'll be on my shows all week. Actually, let me grab his thing here.
So, Sleazeball, you know what makes me really happy? When like we did your show yesterday, you were at like $20, and then we hit a bunch of pick'ems.
And you see it?
Yeah, and you're at $300. It makes me happy, man. And then like last week, we made you how much? Like
$450. So here is the link, guys. I know every time I say go smash my guy a sub, go smash him a like or turn his bell on, usually it gets looked over. Take 1 second. I drop the link and then click on it. You can come right back to the stream, smash him a sub. He does amazing content just like me. We'll both be on shows all year long, so it's going to be an amazing ride.
I appreciate you.
I think I'd take Chase over Kyren, but I like Kyren a lot. I think Kyren's still going to eat, by the way, so that's tough for me. Mixon, there's no update on his injury yet. I would say Damian Pierce over Cam Akers, even though he was out. I just don't trust Cam Akers. You can send anything you want in the Discord. It's always open to everybody, by the way, Roach. So you guys are all more than welcome to hop in the Discord as well. Talk ball off stream when I'm not on stream.
Knifey just fleeced the fuck out of me. He just texted me. He's like, my man, stand on business. Fuck you, Knifey. Way to take advantage of my emotions, buddy.
We don't know an Amon-Ra update yet. Going to be an exciting game tonight. I think it's going to be a really good game tonight. I think it's going to be really close. I don't think it's going to be out of hand at all. And I thought that even with AJ Brown was there. So now that AJ Brown's out, I mean, I like the Falcons and the points.
Jerry says his Mixon hurt. It looks like it.
It does, but he came back in the game, right? So he got his ankle rolled up on bad. It looked like he was going to be out a minute from the replay that I saw.
I'll be honest. I was asleep at half, man. Like I was up at 2 a.m., so I didn't finish the game until today.
Disco never sleeps on Sunday mornings. He's so excited for football. He's like fucking Santa Claus. He's bringing all the presents out. It's 2 a.m., bro. Jesus. I think primetime Kirk, man, he's bad in primetime, right? It's not good for him. I don't know. I think he's taken enough shit in this game from week one that I think he's going to bounce back and have a decent game here. I'm not against it. 23-16 prediction from No Cap. We got like 2 minutes, guys. Fire your shots, and I'm going to head out here. We're going to go to dinner here, watch the game. They gave Mixon 10 shots of morphine, sent him back in. Dude, his ankle got absolutely popped, dude. His ankle was here, and it went like that. He walked into the tent, went straight to the locker room, and then he came back in the game. Like instantly. These injury updates are freaking crazy this year, bro. 23-16 Eagles. I'm going to go 20. Are you ready for this? I'm going to go 24-23 Eagles.
Sleaze, can you screenshot our pick'em tickets that we made for tonight and put it in my Discord for Andy?
Yes. I got you. Let me back up here.
I don't know how to screenshot on the PC.
So on your PC, it is your snippet tool.
The fuck is a snippet tool?
Just type in the search bar, snippet.
There's a search bar?
Yep. I'm going to drop these, and you can put your Discord link in there too if you want.
No, that's all right. Oh, that's cool. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know if you know this about me. I'm a modern day Neanderthal. Technology and I, we don't really fucking get along. I do everything like the long way, the hard way, the manual labor way. Like I got to get more efficient because like I'm literally like creating and building my own charts and like manually putting in every little like detail of research into it.
Yeah, I like the Kirk interception too. Low grade injury for Mixon, and they also said that Rashad White should be fine. So I mean, everybody that's rushing for Bucky or rushing for Dameon Pierce, you hold your horses.
I'd still rush for Bucky.
Yeah, well, Bucky shouldn't be on your wire if you're least competitive either way, in my opinion.
And then Dameon Pierce, like it's still Cam Akers' job, and then there's still Jawar Jordan, who's on the IR, who they like a heck of a lot.
They said his season's done though, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, well, I mean, I haven't paid much attention to Jawar Jordan, but
yeah, they updated it. He's out.
Hey man, hey, like a broken clock, I'm wrong twice a day. So
all right, guys. If you're new in here, smash a sub. I will be live either Thursday again on Disco's show. I might do it Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out some people to toss in at different shows here. I'm thinking NFL DFS. If he's in here, we might do like a breakdown show or something, but I have nothing planned yet. I'm going to head out, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the new subscriptions. Make sure you check out Big Draft Energy's YouTube as well. That's where we will be Thursday and Saturday.
Knifey's comment there is fucking everything. He knows me too well.
You need to know that Disco is like a 90-year-old man trying to program a TiVo, bro. Oh, my God. All right, guys. I'm heading out to dinner. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to say 24-23 Eagles, and I will catch you guys either Tuesday or Wednesday, and all my content's about to start pumping again here on Tuesday. So thank you guys for all the support. I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Please ball and Disco out.
Bye.